You are now listening to Nerd Rage Radio with Bobby Skullface and Adam Russman. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only and may not fit with your sensitive sensibilities. You may be a victim of meaningless outrage, or you may, in fact, be a big ninny pants. If this is the case, please feel free to turn it off now. This is no country for ninny McNinny pants. So crack open the Mountain Dew. Make sure the cheese doodles are super fresh. We're in your mother's basement. It's Nerd Rage Radio.
Whatever.
That's right, that's what we do here. Welcome to episode 165 of Nerd Rage Radio with your host, Adam Russman, Joe KW. We got the King of England, Cody, Dante the Destroyer, and last but not least, hi, Bobby Scovey.
I was just turning. I was just turning Joe's headphones up. I meant to be turning mine up.
Yeah.
I was like, what's wrong?
And he looked at me like, whoa, whoa, whoa. I don't need money.
Good, really. So I've had an interesting day. Can't talk about it. Tons of mopping chemicals spilled all over the floor.
What a bummer.
Just pants and shoes ruined by bleach.
Any crises averted, though, hopefully?
I don't know.
Amongst the mopping chemicals?
Chemical burns on the ankles. Chemical burns on the ankles.
So that's a bummer.
And then I'm having some folks that aren't getting along in the office. That's not fun. Never fun.
It's opposite day with Bobby talking about how good his mopping boss is today.
Yeah, no,
dude, your boss is cool.
Yeah, he's a cool dude.
I never want to hear you complain about work again. I'm like,
well, I never complain about him.
I'm gonna be like, you can go shut the fuck up now.
Yeah, I never complain about him.
Yeah,
I'd rather have a good boss and a good coworker. That's for sure.
That's an interesting topic.
That is an interesting topic.
Because bosses can fuck your day up. Coworkers really can't.
I disagree.
I disagree.
I
with
don't
you.
know.
It depends on the work environment.
I've had some coworkers fuck my day up to the point where I had to get fired for fucking them up.
It's just, don't make that the sound of
That's
this.
a fact.
That's a fact.
It's funny, man. My boss now is taking me May, June, July, August, September, October. It's taking me 6 months, and I've known him for almost 15 years. It's taken me 6 months for him to finally be like, I'm okay. You know what, Russman? I like the cut of your jib.
Yeah.
Everything all the shit that I've getting you never bitched at me or whatever. But that motherfucker's literally said one day he came and was like, hey, is so-and-so fucking up? He literally said so-and-so's like, sir, I'm going to need a proper noun with that. A proper noun? How about go fuck yourself? Like, this far from my face. And I'm like, okay, sir. I'm going to go do that. I don't know if I'm flexible. So, your boss, fucking awesome.
Oh, yeah.
Fucking awesome. So, anyway, Cody, how was your nerd week?
Pretty good. Went to a party.
A party?
We saw some real racism today.
Really?
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, tell me.
Great racism.
I'm going to rub Dante's shoulder while you tell me.
It's me and Bobby and Cody.
So we went to
he's not racist.
we went to Staples to buy raffle tickets.
Okay.
And
dude, did anybody get lotto tickets? That's what we need to be talking about.
No.
Dude,
Somebody won one winner
billion.
in South Carolina.
Just one?
Yeah.
See, that's why I don't play.
Wow.
Dude, it's fucking nuts.
So anyway, we went up to the counter and there's this lady, and she was like,
lady. Was it a man, baby?
No, it was other.
Okay.
Miscellaneous?
Like in the
She seems around.
I don't know what the right way to say it is.
She looks Iranian to me.
She's Arab.
Okay. Yeah,
she's Arab.
Yes. Well, she could be
Maybe
Indian.
Persian.
Yeah, that
somewhere,
area.
maybe
Yeah,
from
some-
Pakistan.
I don't know. Look, man, she's fine. So she said, we were talking, and she was asking about the baby. She's like, she's so cute, this and that.
And she said how old she was.
How old is she? Yeah. And then Joe was like, what about the dog'em? You know, like the like the way she says dog.
Yeah.
And then it's just Leia looked up at him and was like, dog'em.
Yeah.
And the lady was like, is he teaching her Chinese?
We lost it.
Well, at least she knew you were Chinese.
How did she?
Well, I asked Joe, I was like, do you think she's saying it properly, or do you think she's saying it like I'm saying it?
Like all Asian people are Chinese. And I was trying to think, is she joking or was she for real asking? And Bobby was like, she's definitely asking if she's speaking Chinese. Because I can see that as a joke.
No, because it sounded a little, you know, dog'em.
I'm not going to call that real racism. I think it's just fucking
No,
awesome.
it was funny.
Yeah.
Is assuming someone is a nationality an issue? Like just assuming an Asian person is Chinese? Is that
But that's not what she's doing.
She definitely assumed that it was
Yeah, she
Chinese.
What if
definitely
she just
assumed.
knew you were Chinese?
How?
Some people can
Maybe
tell.
she's got the sixth sense.
She's a 6 cent.
Sense.
It's in her armpit.
Or like in her pocket. She's going to get a nickel and a penny.
She's a 6 cent.
Cents. Maybe she's, can read your mind.
Maybe. But yeah, that was great.
Yeah, that was good fun.
It's good fun. No wonder.
He's been loading up on Chick-fil-A since he's been here.
Oh, we did
Fuck
that.
yeah.
We did that.
We had breakfast and lunch Chick-fil-A. That was good.
Nice.
May as well get
We
that
haven't really
dinner
done.
in, too.
What's that?
So may as well get it in for dinner too.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Nuggets.
We haven't really done much nerd stuff yet, have we? It's this weekend. Had the Halloween party. Stayed at Chris's.
Cody just said your nerd week was trash.
It's not wor- it's not
It
work.
was.
It's not really a nerd. That's not
So I'm
a
going to
nerd
put you on the
week.
spot. Whose house do you like to stay at more? Chris's or Bobby's?
Oh,
Oh.
Dickhead.
I hadn't even.
But you know what? It doesn't. Chris is not going to listen to this, so you can be honest and hurt Bobby's feelings.
It's
I like it both equally.
Some,
I know. I tell you what, Chris's house gives me a bunged up nose.
oh,
His air
really?
conditioning is so cold it makes my nose. And he's made my lips dry as well. So
Oh, yeah,
right.
see, you know what?
Winner,
also
chicken dinner.
Also in the woods. Maybe might be the all the pollen in the air.
You get your own bathroom here too, like proper bathroom.
Yeah.
what's that?
You get your own bathroom here too, like a proper bathroom. It's all yours, like sink, toilet,
It's true.
shower. It's a pretty
You
sweet deal.
don't even have your own bathroom at home.
Yeah, you got shit.
The whole country's only got like 2, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
the big queue, big line.
Big line, big queue.
What's some divorced parents shit? I wonder if they ever ask that. Like divorced parents, like, you want to stay with me or mom this weekend?
Yeah, well,
Yeah, it does happen.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, mine was so fucked up, but mine was like psychological warfare. It wasn't real.
Stop being a victim.
Yeah, you're right.
Jesus.
You're right. Yeah, I wish I could have.
But look how many toys it's forced you to buy.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So just enjoy the perks.
It's coping mechanism.
Yeah. It's a new thing.
Yeah.
All right, continue, Cody. How you hate Chris's house and Bobby's house is amazing.
I don't hate either house.
Well, okay, hate's a strong word. Bobby's house is far superior. It's fine.
No.
Like that backyard though? Not a backyard type of guy, are you? I think so.
What, Chris's backyard?
Yeah.
What, nature?
Is it nice?
Nature.
Yeah, it's cool.
Oh, that outside.
He might get some dirt on his shoes, so I don't want to be out there.
Yeah, they're both sneaker freakers.
Yeah, yeah.
They went around, I think, looking for sneakers as well. Did they not?
No, we didn't look for sneakers.
No, you went to what the fuck? You go to a mall for?
I don't know.
Pick
I
up
can't
high
remember,
school
really.
chicks.
Just to look
So there's
around.
probably
We
not
went-
high school chicks at malls anymore, is there?
Yeah, I don't know.
Who hangs out at malls now?
I don't know.
Old people. They
Just
do
doing the
that
work-
labs in the
yeah,
morning.
Well, they do that in the morning. They're all. I used to work. Right out of high school, I used to work security at a mall, and like all the stores would open up like at 7:00.
And you used to throw your baton up in the air and catch it?
I didn't have a baton. I had some handcuffs. The funny bit, I got 2 funny stories. Anyway, but the old people will be lining up at 6:00 to get in that bitch at 6:30, even though the stores don't open up until 7 to do the laps, like proper laps. Dude, so we had this like little radio, and when the phone rang in the main office, it actually forwarded to that radio, and you can like star 1 it, and you can actually talk on that radio like a fucking cell phone. Except I didn't know that everybody's radio could hear the phone call.
Oh, it's all connected like an intercom.
Yes. So, I mean, like having private conversations and then walking by the janitor dude and like hearing it in stereo. And I was like, I gotta go. Only took me about 2 weeks to figure that one out.
Wow, there's 2 weeks of people listening to you talk and not telling you about it.
Oh, yeah. I mean, they were interesting stories. They're interesting tales.
Oh, yeah, we went Bath and Body Works. That's why we went there.
Oh yeah, the
My
Kendo
girl.
store.
Yeah. Katie loves that shit.
You got her some body scrubs and shit.
I got
some
I
candles?
had a list. I just went in there and asked them, like, here we go.
Oh, you actually have a
Job
list. You guys
Yeah.
not have fucking Bath and Body Works in UK?
They don't.
No.
No Chick-fil-A, no Bath and Body Works. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Yeah. Pack it up.
That changed my mind on where I want to go next. Fuck it.
I mean, I was telling Cody this morning, like, fucking pack your bags and move here to Maryland.
That mall was empty, actually. I went to with Chris. There was no one there.
Malls are usually empty now. I think they're...
we went to a place
desperate.
called Dick's.
I don't know, man.
Yeah,
Dick's Sporting Goods.
Yeah, don't
Actually,
ever
they're
Google
renaming it to
Dick's.
Rick's.
Oh, they really?
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
well.
dumb.
Surely it should be Richards.
Did I get that joke?
No.
Is that why?
No.
you
They're
We got Nightwing.
yeah.
Oh, yeah,
They're renaming
Also
Dick
dumb.
Grayson.
Yeah, dumb.
I mean, it is very dumb. Dude, just own it. Own the dick. You know what I mean?
I do
Just
know
own
what
the
you
dick.
mean. I do know what you mean.
He's been a dick forever. Just leave him that way.
No one had a problem with the dick before. Like,
Yeah.
Why is there a problem now?
It's only a problem if you make it a problem, right? If you don't, like now that you're addressing it, that means it's a problem.
So okay, all right. So he's transitioning.
From Dick to Rick.
Yeah. Don't like it. So I guess because when he got shot in the head and lost his memory, he wants to be called Rick.
Oh, he's
now.
probably like, they called me what?
That would make sense. That would actually be funny if it was like that. So if they do it that way, I'll be okay with it.
No, I remember what that is. Let's change it.
Oh man. So Joe, anything else?
Hang on, me and Bobby were what?
Hang on, calm down. Lower your voice.
No.
I don't know if he likes something on that perch up there, man. He's getting ready to spring like a jungle cat.
Well,
Continue.
he wants to know what's up with that tea money you owe.
Tea money.
Yeah, so we fought a war.
Oh. You know what I heard the real story about that is?
I'm sure it's less interesting to me than tea.
No, that's pretty interesting.
Okay.
So I can't confirm or deny this, but apparently the Masons.
Oh, yeah, you did say this, but I prefer the tea.
You really?
Yeah. It's like racism, like low-key
Racism.
racism. Yeah,
Racism started a Revolutionary War.
Yeah.
Apparently. You guys want to hear the story?
Racism fucks up a lot of stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Except for economics back in the Civil War time.
Well, actually, pretty much. No, never mind.
Railroads need to build a boat, so that's fine.
I mean, thanks.
so
It does help us get from place to place.
Yep.
We appreciate you.
Thank you. See, somebody appreciates it.
He's like, Joe's like, that's all I need.
This might be too much. This might be too much. What's this made out of?
The touch, the feel.
All right.
That
You
old
know your
slave hymn.
conversation you had with about them tattoos of the Jesus tattoos.
Oh yeah. What about it?
We were searching for them yesterday, weren't we? The
Jesus
Oh, the
tattoos.
Jesus hands?
Yeah,
And then
yeah.
we was explaining to Laura, like Balara about it. Do you call her Laura?
Yeah.
Both.
And then we found an interesting tattoo of Princess Diana.
Oh, yeah, with the dick coming out of her mouth.
Yeah,
Oh really? I want to see that.
coming out of her, not in.
I want to see that.
It's like a tongue. It's
I'll
like
find it. While you,
Yeah,
if you go onto
just-
Joe, I'll find it in a minute.
and a Mercedes Benz on her
Oh,
forehead.
yeah.
Dude,
I'm even more interested.
Yeah.
someone was showing me clips yesterday at work of this show where like two people give each other tattoos and they don't know
Oh,
what
yeah,
it is.
just tattoo. Yeah, just tattoo.
And it's
us.
always
Yeah.
just something fucked up. Like this one girl had a tattoo of a fucking garbage monster next to her pussy.
Yeah, yeah.
And then the other, she was like, "Why would you do this to me?" And the person was like, "Well, when we used to be together, you used to have a lot of odor, and it came from that."
Oh,
Yeah,
the
when-
truth hurts.
Yeah, it was a whole show of people giving each other tattoos, but all of it is shitty. I don't think any of it was nice.
Was this the UK or America?
I don't know. I just thought he just.
Because it's in the UK, and one of my close friends has been on that show.
Oh really?
And what did they get a tattoo of?
Him and his sister went on, and
Oh, so it's nice though. There's
no,
not.
they weren't nice.
Because what I was watching was like,
Real shit.
what I was watching was like exes, like ex-boyfriend, ex-girlfriends, or
okay.
shit like that.
I think it's the same show, but the American one. There is stuff like that on it. But my friend went on there with his sister, and he gave her a like a Sphinx cat, the hairless ones. He gave her one then with like an umbilical cord going up into towards her her regions.
That's
Oh, wow.
That's different. That's
But-
different.
And then she got him.
It's like the type of DVDs
Like
that are
China.
That's the
Yeah,
type of
so-
DVDs that are different depending on.
This one dude got like a nipple on each of his ass cheek, so it looks like he had fucking ass tits.
Nice. Nice.
Wow.
That's what my ass looked like with the bullseye from the Lyme disease.
Dude, yeah, I feel like I need to watch more of this show now, just for the lulz.
No, so my friend's sister picked for him. He's got a giant cookie on his nipple because he's a black guy, and his nipple is a choc chip.
So am I the Dante? You got a tattoo, right? Okay, I was going to say, man, I'm the only guy here without a tattoo.
You got a tattoo?
Yeah, on my back.
What is
You
it?
know?
It's a tramp stamp.
No, it's on my mid back.
Oh, is it letters?
No,
It's
Kanji.
God damn it! God damn it! God fucking damn it!
What happened?
No, just because this is gonna be so fucking dumb, Bobby. It's a fucking yin yang with Japanese words around it. You fucking asshole!
got him.
Good choice. I love when people come on Howard Stern and Howard Stern says, "You ever thought about getting rid of those stupid tattoos?" Like it's like the most like terrible thing you can say to a person because it's like it's permy.
Damn, Joe, you got white people tattoos.
Can't get rid of them.
Chris has like yin yang on her back in the same spot, so it's matching.
Oh,
That's cute.
By design, like you guys went to the shop together, or just stereotypes coming true?
No. By design.
Okay, all right.
Would have been funny.
I didn't know you didn't know that. Now I feel fucking dumb.
See,
Because all the shit I get God for being Asian.
Should that be the banner photo this week?
We don't give you shit for being Asian. You bring that shit upon yourself.
I give him shit for being Asian.
See?
Hey man,
So
I'm a
we-
fan of the Asians. You guys are cool in my book.
Minorities stick together.
Dude, I used to. They used to give me a hard time in and Anthony used to give me a hard time that like I was like trying to be Asian because I was like super into Mortal Kombat and I had like a
Chinese Ninja Warrior.
and I like this
You're a
is that
Chinese
thing.
Ninja Warrior.
No, just that like I was super into all that. And he's like, dude, you wish you were Asian. You would, just. Yeah, there it is.
That's really well done, though. It's not like a cartoon.
He's
That's
really
a
good
veiny
tattooist.
unit, man. Why
It's
does
got
it
bullet
say?
holes in it.
Why does it say
Dude,
DOD?
I don't think I trust anybody enough to get a blind tattoo from them.
No.
Oh, that's
Like-
on somebody's ass.
Not even like your wife. Not even like
I mean, what did she draw? A Pokemon?
no. What? No, I'm gonna say no, she doesn't draw it. She tells the tattoo artist what.
Oh, I would trust that. I would trust
Okay,
that.
yeah.
I thought
But
she was
wouldn't-
doing it. I
No,
was
no,
like,
it's a concept. It's conceptually. I don't think I.
Sometimes you make the Pikachu head too big when you're drawing with Jaina.
Anybody else? Who would you guys each trust to give you a blind tattoo, design wise? That you can't see until it's done.
Surely me, as I'm a tattoo artist, you trust me?
I gotta see your work.
Who do I trust to give me a tattoo?
No, not give you one.
But design one and tell them where to put it.
Oh.
You don't know what it is until they're done, and then you get to look at it. So you have no idea. You just blind faith in them that they're going to not fuck you up with like a
All
garbage
right,
monster.
so there's a tattoo that I wanted to get one time, and a buddy of mine, name is Tim, and tattoos just recently became legal in the state of North Carolina.
Oh.
And he was one of the first people in the first class that was allowed to get like the license and whatever. And so I showed him some pictures. This is years ago, and he's like, I like this that won't work as well because X, Y, Z, like something wrong with the image. So I kind of feel like if I had to make a choice, he would, he could do it and he would draw it up and he would do it in the, in good faith.
You ever thinking about getting HA on one butt cheek and then sure enough PPY right there on the other?
Don't you mean like a friend though to pick the design for you?
Yeah. I don't think I trust anybody to put something permanent
I'd
about
hook
it.
you up. I'd hook you up.
No, you would.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, I absolutely would. It'd be a Gurren Lagann,
I would be down with that.
What would you give me, Bobby?
an Iranian flute. No. It'd be a Space Wolf thing. It'd be a Space Wolf thing for sure.
What, you would? Mm-hmm. You wouldn't. You wouldn't.
You would fucking-
so
that'd be
are
my-
tattoos sacred to you?
Tattoos are, in my opinion on tattoos, is they either have to be completely random with no meaning, or chop full 100% of meaning. So,
I think they're trash.
tattoos? Yeah.
No, they're just trash.
Just-
all tattoos.
All tattoos? Even the duck on your head?
Especially a duck like that. Wearing them cool ass shades.
I haven't fed him one time.
When he was drunk.
Did I feed you him at the bar?
Is that one of the first things you did, I think, when you was drunk?
It's like a reflex.
Here, you get yourself.
Hey, little guy,
You
you hungry?
get yourself something to eat, but first let me make sure he's fed.
You get snappy if he's not hungry. So. I mean, if he's not hungry, if he is hungry.
The amount of ink on people nowadays is striking. Like I feel like
It's normalized.
I mean I like if you had to put a percentage on it, what do you think it would be from the 80s till now?
I would say in the 80s it was like probably 10%, maybe less, maybe 5 to 10, and now it's probably 40 to 45.
I wouldn't be surprised if it's like 60.
I don't know.
I think
Yeah, because like people,
I wouldn't
you
be
wouldn't know,
surprised
even
if
though I had a tattoo.
I wouldn't
Yeah.
be surprised if we had 1,000-fold more people tattooed in the States than the 1980s. I wouldn't be surprised by
Because
that.
like even little things, it's real normal. See a girl with just a little bit something on her wrist or something.
on ankles and
Yeah.
toes and shit.
Get like tattoos.
Well, in
on their
high school,
fingers.
when high school, you'd still see girls with like something on their foot or
Yep.
ankle. Like
Yep.
that was
Both
common.
my
When I was in
sisters-
Trice,
both
it was
my
a lot.
sisters are
No, I'm saying
tattooed.
even back then,
It was a lot of tramp stamps.
That was common.
when I was in high school.
that was also common.
And
It was
then
on
the fucking band around their arm.
yeah,
the
that
goddamn
tribal shit,
tribal.
or the
I hate
or the
that.
or the barbed wire.
Yeah.
you gotta
That's the
relax.
I
Yeah.
have to cover so many of them up.
Do you?
Yeah, because now, like, you got that tattoo in 1995. Just be trendy.
I was out west for a couple months several years ago, and there was a local tattoo guy that was like super cheap, and he was really fucking good, and like everybody out there in our group was like getting tattoos, and I actually thought about getting something. At the time, I didn't think anybody, like now it's probably too much, but actually getting the One Ring inscription, like, like in a circle, like right there, like something you can cover up with a watch or something, but like, so at that time I really loved the Lord of the Ring type stuff, but something nerdy, but also look kind of cool, but I don't know if I could do it, man. I don't know how y'all do it.
Do what?
So get tattoos.
Why?
Why?
I don't know, it's just I can't.
You can't imagine something you won't regret?
Yeah, but like yours, you never even see.
I see mine. I look at my back when I flex in the mirror.
What if he as soon as he said, he just went.
And then green vomited me. You know what I mean?
And it means something. It's not.
I mean, I'm not saying it's not mean.
Yeah, it's like the balance of good and evil and shit. I've seen.
It's order and chaos, my friend. Order and chaos. I don't know. What if one day Cody wakes up like, I fucking hate Goose. He's attacked by a goose.
Yeah, well, but see, that's the thing. Like for me, like that's why I say it's either got to be one or the other. Like when I look down, like I'm reminded of things that are important to me.
Yeah.
But I can also see like if it was the exact opposite, right? So your day is so grim and whatever, and then you look down and it's like a table and chairs that have no meaning whatsoever, and you're like, dude, funny, and you just like keep going. You know what I mean? Like you like go on with your day. You know what I'm saying?
This is a friend of mine. She got her complete back done. I mean, like,
What's up?
It looks good, but I don't like it.
Yeah, see, that's the shit I don't like.
Because they're not naked anymore.
And it's like it's not. It's like it's.
It ruins it for a girl.
That doesn't fit either one of my criteria.
well, it's chock full of a ton of meaning.
Yeah, but it's like it's at the same time. It's like there are people with identical shit to that. Like maybe not 100% identical, but like
You
could-
look at it long enough.
No,
Oh, like, you mean like a sleeve is a sleeve is a sleeve, even though the design is different?
no. Like a tribal tattoo. It may not be identical to his tribal tattoo, but it's a fucking tribal tattoo. Like is there a dime a dozen?
That's what I'm saying. Is it like a tattoo sleeve the same on everybody because it's a whole
No,
sleeve?
because some people like have like some people are in the military and they have like a military sleeve, and then some like the whole design.
Just
is-
camouflage.
But like that type of shit is like this. Yeah,
Just naked in the woods.
that would be good. But like that type of stuff is like it's like a pattern almost. It's replicable. You know, like it's like somebody could have could be in the 90th percentile, same pocket, 6,000 miles away, and have the same tattoo. Do you know what I mean? Because it's like, yeah, I want this pattern. You know, but manipulate it as you wish.
She claims it as an addiction at the time. Like she was going through some bad shit, and she was just like addicted to it.
Some people are addicted to tattoos, man.
Yeah.
And that may be true, but the pattern itself is not unique.
Why are you
No, we're having a conversation about it. I'm not picking on her.
picking on poor girl?
She's fine.
Do you
I
see
just
that
don't like-
people get addicted to tattoos?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
No, not many people have one tattoo. The only person I know that had one was my granddad.
Me?
What did it say?
And
Mum. With a knife through the heart.
No, Eddie's it was like his wife's name or something. With some
Eddie.
yeah,
Ahead of his time. That mate.
her name's Hilda.
Damn.
That's old timey.
There's a mean ass white lady right there.
She is mean. She's still going. She's 96 and she throws cups of tea over all the people that care for her. She's got dementia. She's crazy.
I know what that dimension means.
Well, I didn't.
It's a big word.
Are you done with your tattoos?
No.
What do you got left, man?
Palms,
Yeah. Palm.
penis.
I wouldn't get that tattooed. No point. Get a peanut on it.
We get what on it?
A peanut. No, I just get I only get tattoos just because I love art. Like it's just appreciation of art. So I just go to the artist. I don't care what it is really.
Oh, really?
I have the odd meaningful tattoo, But I had one for a dog that passed away and like things like that, but nothing crazy.
What was your first tattoo? Is it still visible?
No.
You covered it up?
Yeah, I was like 17. It was just some stupid like, I don't know. I don't really like what I've got it covered with, to be honest.
Then you have Carl Pilkington, don't you?
I got Carl Pilkington.
No, that's got
What?
meaning, right?
Carl Pilkington, like the guy that didn't want to eat the fermented fish.
Oh.
Look.
Yes, but that's a cool design, man.
Yeah, I know.
It's like a smiley face, but this guy.
Bullshit.
Bullshit, man.
So you got a piece of flesh that's empty and you like go to town?
Pretty much, yeah. Yeah, I've got my whole back arse and the back of my thighs is all done. All in one piece.
I was about to ask, let me see it, but then you would show it to me and I really wasn't serious about that right now.
Yeah, I'll show it to you.
I'm sure you would. Sure you would. Haven't had a drink yet.
The only gaps I've got on my torso is on my ribs.
Is that a sensitive area?
Yeah, that's a shit area.
That's why chicks get the scriptures.
I know, I got a couple buddies with meat tags.
What?
Is that what they call it?
Like a meat tag, like for like a dog tag.
Okay.
They get them right there. It's called a meat tag.
Never
heard of that before?
Never.
No.
And you were in the Navy?
So that was like 20 years ago.
That's true. You're old as fuck. You're retired right now. Living
I
a
know,
good life.
dude. I think
Living a
about
good
that.
life.
I think if I stayed in, I would be retaring this year.
Not
Yeah.
not in the same financial pocket.
No,
Nah,
not
he'd
at
be an
all.
officer, man.
No, wouldn't. You have to go to college to be an officer. I went to the Navy, so I didn't have to go to college.
But you did go to college.
I had to get out. I was like, I guess I was wrong. I better go to college.
So, anyway, continue. Your meat, your ribs. No more facial. Are you done with the facial?
No, I don't want my face tattooed.
Okay.
I mean, I've got them bits, but I wouldn't go.
In bits.
I wouldn't go for a full facial.
I mean, you can do face. I mean, just like Gambit, just around the face,
Yeah,
around
don't
the
do that.
I
forehead.
could get your moustache too.
I was just saying how he'd make a good Gambit.
Yeah, you can pull it off.
Like a Halloween costume.
But
Yeah, not like all year round. Just walk around flicking.
What about you? You got any tattoos?
I got to get the other two kids at some point before they fucking.
Do
end
you?
up- Yeah.
Do you? Yeah. That's the one obligation.
Like if you get one, you have to get all.
Yeah,
of
but
them.
I mean, I want them as well. Like,
No, I hear you.
yeah. I mean, it was always kind of the plan.
What
But
if you're like, what if you got the down payment on the on the last one, right? And all of a sudden that fucking Dracula statue comes out,
I mean,
and you're like,
see, but that's the thing is that like
and you got cancer.
What's that?
that's the,
Whoa, that one was far.
yeah, that's the thing is that it's if the Dracula tattoo, I mean, if the Dracula
See,
if the Dracula figure was ever as much as any single tattoo, I would have had it. See, the problem with the Dracula figure is it's the price at once.
really?
Yeah, it's not like a tattoo where it's like a fucking sixth of it. So like if I could have 10 tattoos,
Yeah.
and the Dracula figure could go up, it doesn't make any difference because all 10 of those tattoos always cost a sixth. So that doesn't. It's not like I would have saved that sixth. Yeah, and then put it away for a cloudy day. That, you know what I mean? That wouldn't happen.
Get your other two kids and then your wife, Mount Rushmore.
No, I got it. I mean, I got something for my wife already, and then I got something for my oldest, and then I got something for my grandmother, and then I have something for something else, and then and they're all very important things to me, and I, and
It's Bailey J.
yeah. No, I would say that.
Oh man,
They had a funny conversation regarding that,
dude.
Always.
My wife got upset about that conversation.
Why?
She was like, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" And I was like, "What?" She's like, "I don't want to look at. That's disgusting. I don't want like
Look at what is disgusting.
talking about a bunch of guys. Like, which would you rather sleep with, a transsexual or whatever, versus what was that? What was it? Battle Angel? What was the name?
Buck Angel. yeah.
She just thought that we took it too far.
Why?
I don't know.
I
That's
think
how she
she's
felt.
I think she's uptight.
Yeah, that's weird.
We always.
That's
No,
weird.
no, we literally
like
talked
we
about it for 45
talked about
minutes.
what-
Yeah, but I'm like all the things to be upset about that we
I know,
talked. It's
I
like
know.
it's not.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
So
So
like,
you feel like we derailed the party, I guess. I don't know.
We talk about chicks with dicks all the time.
yeah.
I mean, if there are kids there, yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
a little
yeah,
bit of
there's
mine,
kids there,
but,
for sure.
nah.
I'm expressing my shock as well.
Yeah. But I
I was like, what? Fucking chill out.
If
It's
anything,
fine.
I'm shocked that
But it
Sarah
was
wasn't
funny
like
because
gross.
that conversation came up and my boss was saying he would definitely go for
The
whoever.
Buck Angel.
Yeah, because like that's important to him. Like that's the key is the vagina, right? Like that's it. The sun rises and sets, right?
The vagina.
With the front hole. Part of the front hole now.
This other dude, who's like young and impressionable, right, was like, yeah, I'm with you. And then like we started showing pictures of Buck Angel, pictures of Bailey J, and you saw the dude who like tried to co-sign, like lean in, was like, what if I said? Like you started to kind of tweak it a little bit. Like.
That Buck Angel bit, that fucked me up. I'm like, because any transsexual man I've ever seen, I could always tell was a woman. I just didn't look like a dude.
Really?
Yeah, when I haven't gone looking very deep.
Okay.
So the pool is very shallow in this.
Okay.
It's like Chaz Bowman. You know what I mean? Is that her name? Chaz. What is her name?
Yeah.
Is it Chaz?
Chaz Michaels.
What
That-
the fuck's
that's
the last name?
That's from Facebook.
Sonny Bono.
Yeah, Chaz Bono.
Bono, yeah. Cher's son carried the two. But once I saw that Battle Angel, I was calling Battle Angel. I was like, God damn, that dude fucked me up. And I'm like, that's fucking crazy. Like even China, from WWE, that big built chick. Calm down, Joe.
I understand. I know her.
Even she looked like a woman. You know what I mean? Like
a jack woman.
Like a jack woman, but she still looked like a woman. I was a man, baby.
Man.
Man, that might be.
It's all man.
That's more men than some men.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's the truth.
Yeah.
She's gonna whip Bailey J's ass.
Yeah.
Hey, Bailey J's more woman than some woman.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Facts.
Yeah.
Dude, blurry lines, bro.
Hey.
See, we're talking about dicks with chicks,
buddy.
chicks with dicks again.
It's a new age.
We
we can talk about these kind of things.
Stop being so suburban.
I know.
We were talking about buying a mansion, right?
Oh yeah.
Like
the three of us.
If you want $1 billion,
No.
Three of us throw our money together. We can get a huge
I'm
mansion.
down. Let's do it.
Yeah. But my question is, how long before something weird goes down sexually between the four of us?
The four of us.
You, Krista, me, Laura.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm going to say within the first 2 years.
So we're saying one full swap.
No, I think it'll be something subtle at first. Somebody left the door open by accident.
Air quotes.
Like, yeah. But I think something would eventually go down. It's just my theory.
I definitely wouldn't put it past Krista.
I think something eventually weird would, not weird, I don't want to judge anybody. I
Different.
think
Something different.
Something untraditional.
Joe jumped to that full swap real quick.
Yeah, I'm telling you, because Joe and I are both kind of like, when it comes to sex, we're kind of like we're so, it's all about the good time.
Open, free, and
You know,
unconventional.
It would
As long as
happen.
I get mine.
I had a buddy, him and his wife were in the swing and whatnot. I was like, and then he's like, yeah, man, you're going there, you're fucking some dude's wife. He's over there fucking your wife. And I'm like, dude, doesn't that bother you that some dude's fucking your wife? He's like, dude, let me tell you, my dick is in some bitch's mouth. I'm not thinking about it.
I'd be bothered less.
So I talked to somebody about it.
Fair enough.
And this dude just talked to me about it. Was like, it is. This sounds terrible.
Should we pause it right here?
Look, it's his opinion. It's his
Yeah.
opinion.
Yeah,
So it's
yeah.
not my opinion. It's not anybody else's opinion.
Yeah.
It's his. He was like, it's the ultimate example of control.
I know who dude. That's what my
He was like, it is control over yourself and your emotions, and it is control over who your wife is allowed to have her pussy given to. Like, that's the way he was like, it is really on some king of the castle shit.
It's some next level shit.
And
To
I
do
said,
that shit.
you know what? I get that. I'm not a king of the castle. I'm a knight at the front door. But I get what you're saying.
we all know that about you.
And then I'm like, oh, wait, there's some dude sitting in there watching. That's fucking weird, but fuck it, you still fucking that chick.
I wouldn't watch, but I'd be more okay with like a close friend fucking my girl than a stranger. I couldn't just swing. No, seriously,
That's fucking me up. Because I think I'd be more okay with a stranger.
No,
Joe's Joey's about to get a load of friend requests.
People all of a sudden, hey, what you doing this weekend, man? You trying to kick
Did
it?
I ever tell you how much I love Asians?
I just want to get closer, you know, understand you more.
I mean, I do love Asians, but you know, like now you're making me really love Asians. What you doing this weekend?
I feel like it's a respect thing. Like, I feel like if it's a close friend of mine that fucks my girl, would not treat her the same as a random stranger fucking her. Like, mentally, emotionally speaking.
Yeah. It's like playing with your friend's toys. They're not gonna fucking break your toy.
And this is Bobby, then he would just fucking snap the pig.
It's the same thing with girls.
He didn't mean to break it. It just happened.
How was your nerd week?
Now that we're all derailed.
You know what? It's been I've been busy as fuck, man. I need to
Preach.
Yeah, I feel like an impending crash. I do. This work has been busy as fuck. I mean, like every day is a least best case scenario 12-hour day every day. But I have been playing a little Spider-Man.
Oh, nice.
Spider-Man. Irving Spider-Man. And it's been pretty good, man. Like, it. You know these games, dude, that like you got to build up and like buy different upgrades and you slowly get faster, you slowly get stronger, you need slowly get the move list. You know what? I don't know if I like that. I like the Batman version where you're getting additional tech. That feels fine, and they've taken the Batman concept with the Spider-Man game and added it to them because he's got like impact web shooters and shock web shooters.
I mean, it's the same concept.
Web grenades, the same concept, but like the fighting bit, like you know, it took far too long. I feel like the Batman one you can get there pretty quickly, but. Dude, this is a really cool part that I'm going to spoil for people.
Of course. This is what you do. Shocker. This is what you do, Adam. Just accept it.
You know what, Joe?
Go with it.
I don't make you feel bad about what you do. You do.
I'm not making you feel bad. I'm just saying that's what you do.
I'm saying that I'm saying I feel like you're trying to make me feel bad.
No. I'm just not surprised.
Well, I'm telling you how you make me feel.
Hey,
the way you're making me feel.
Adam, you choose to be offended.
Maybe. We'll
Or
see.
you should have said, I think you feel too much.
Dude, I'm you know what? I'm going to take that, Joe, that choose to be offended, and put that motherfucker in my back pocket. Because I'm sure by the end of this podcast, I'll be able to use that shit. But you know how that they played off the Spider-Man 2 concept that Dr. Octavius was a good guy, and it was like the interface that made him fucking crazy. And so that's not an old concept, but what is cool is that some of the other Spidey villains get their gear from Dr. Octopus, and Peter's the one that helped them develop all the technology. Like, Peter was always the one, like, Doc Ock would get it 85% and be stuck, and Peter would always finish it.
That's cool.
So, in essence, he's like...
and that's a big part of Octavius's jealousy and everything else. Is that Peter's always, so that's
cool. So that's really cool that, like, he helped, like, build the, the Sinister Six type of thing. Yeah. And they really kind of, like... They don't make it really flashy. It's subtle. You got to look for it. But so the story has been pretty interesting. And they're actually, like I said last week when we talked about it on the Patreon, I'm down for this. Every book now just make a new universe. Earth won everything because I love all these characters and I get to learn how they're spinning it this time. And it's interesting. Like, MJ's a reporter in this. J. Jonah Jameson's on a talk radio show. He's not at the Daily Bugle. MJ is. Peter works in the science field. He's not doing the photography thing. And, the relationship with Aunt May. It's like the concepts are there, like the framework is there, but they're dressing it up different, and it's more enjoyable. The reboot, I think, is the way to go.
I like a blend. I like having a constant series of rebootish, self-contained things, but I also like an ongoing continuity because you are able to have bigger payoffs in an ongoing continuity.
No, I agree. I agree.
All right, cool.
But, I don't want to get rid of the other thing.
Okay, all right, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
not at all.
I got you.
But, like, it's interesting because I've been, I had to listen to this really good podcast with Horowitz or whatever. He writes a bunch of comic books. He's also, like, a story writer. A famous story writer. You familiar with the concept? He's on Dave Rubin, but he was talking about, like, the Jungian archetypes and, like, all these classic literature. Doesn't matter if you're talking about Shakespeare or... fucking War and Peace, there's these elements in it that people either, that they're intentionally using, this rhythm, of the story, or they happen to use or they figured it out, and we basically tell the same stories over and over again, but those stories serve like almost a evolutionary, sociological purpose to how we live our lives and interact. Like we have to tell each other these stories to learn and whatnot. So, comic books are great because we are kind of retelling the same story, but I think that we shouldn't be too locked into the canon because
I think you shouldn't be talking to the same characters.
Well, I mean, but that's the thing about it. Superman is Jesus. He is Gilgamesh.
But he
is Moses.
But like I need All Might in my life. I don't need Superman. And
he is All Might. It's the same character.
It's not the same character.
It's the same archetype.
Right, but it's not the same character.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm saying like I don't need a reboot of the same character over and over. Give me something new.
But what I'm trying to say, Joe, is it's all reboots. It's all reboots of the same archetype.
Theoretically speaking, ideologically, yes, but it's not. Yeah. It's not called Superman. It's a different name. It looks different and live in a different world and have a different story. I don't need Spider-Man and Spider-Man and then Spider-Man and then Spider-Man again in a similar but different world over and over
don't
again.
read Spider-Man then.
I'm not. I'm just saying like
I'm saying I like Spider-Man.
That's fine.
Right? Can Spider-Man live a little bit in my life, please, Joe?
He lives plenty. He's amazing. He's spectacular.
This is the first. This is the first Spider-Man story I've actually been interested in years.
It's the game, right?
Yeah.
It's been highly rated.
Who else is here? Hey, Phil, what's up?
Phil, grab a stool.
The new DLC came out yesterday as well.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm gonna buy any more shit, man. It's video games and me. They're not been.
Don't get along.
No, we don't get along. I can't fucking sleep. I gotta fucking play that game until I'm done. I can't. It's like a crackhead.
Well, with DLCs, it's never done this long.
Yeah. Oh no, that's not true. They only do 2 or 3 at the most. And
depends on how popular it is. Some games are still going.
Like what?
Fallout still has updates.
Do they have a new game? Isn't it a whole new game?
No, it's not a new game, but the same game, but like additional story.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Is that Bethesda?
Yeah.
Yeah, but Bethesda is good with that. Yeah. So, and trying to think what else is going on.
Painting?
I've done a little painting, not much.
Gaming?
No.
Did you have game day?
We skipped the gaming day because of the party. Was it the Halloween party was good?
That was good, man. That was a good one. That was old school.
Yeah,
that was an old school Halloween party.
It felt like when we left, so it was like this felt right.
Yeah. Dude, Sherelle, I think did she win best costume or best overall?
Yeah.
Good. She deserved that. She was fucking awesome. God damn, that was great. Like I was just buzzed enough because I drank early in the evening so I could drive home, and I was just buzzed enough to get that full effect. Like, shit!
I could have stood to have one glass less than what I had.
that's not bad.
But I wasn't hurting the next day. It was just like, I got to take a couple of Advil and have a glass of water, and then I'll be in service. But had I had just one,
that's how Pam was.
That's not the worst.
I was fine. I was perfect.
Yeah. I mean, I got up and got back to work, but it was like, fuck. Like, it was one. But I wasn't like, thank God I wasn't like,
Yep. Oh, you want to add some injury to insult?
I promise I'll never drink again.
This funny shit. Some insult to injury. So I never carry cash, right? So that day when I went and got that cash for that cabinet, I got $60 out.
Oh, no.
So I got 2 20s, and then I asked that one dude for the 10, and he gave me 4 5s.
Correct.
So I thought I gave that bitch 2 20s and 2 5s. When I went back, I was like, oh, shit, I got some cash. I went there's only 1 5 in there. So I paid that bitch $5 extra.
You gave her
by accident.
You gave her $5 less than MSRP.
And you know what the fucked up? Yeah, I know. And you know what the fucked up bit is? I'm sure that she counted the money. You know what I mean? Like I'm sure that she counted the money.
Yeah. I mean, she was into fucking you over from the get-go.
Obviously, if they were willing to sell that for $50, they didn't give a fuck about anybody's.
And didn't tell you that was broken from the get-go.
I wouldn't have been like, oh, hey, baby, you pay me too much.
Of course,
you know?
But these people, I mean,
obviously they didn't care about.
You're a decent human.
Yeah.
So I was like, and so that there, like that was like an inch too far. Psychologically speaking, and I'm like, motherfucker, am I gonna go back and tell that bitch to give me my $5 back? You know what I mean? Like, it would, but like, what a fucking crazy person I would have looked like, right?
Yeah.
Excuse me, ma'am. That fucked up case you sold me, I paid you $5. I paid you $20 too much.
But I definitely paid you $25 too much.
Definitely paid you $5 too much. You took $5 by accident.
Yeah.
No, not by accident.
Yeah, that's true. I gave it to her by accident.
I was telling Joe, like, in my head, all I could think about after you saw the upper left-hand corner was, you already gave her the money. How do we get it back? and I kept going through contingencies in my head as to like, well, do we go this route? What if, and what if she says
that'd have been a job ender? It'd have been a problem. So already committed.
Yeah,
it is what it is. So
You live
whoa.
You guys just going through nervous.
It is what it is. There's something else I can't quite recall. I've been hearing a lot of good stuff about this Netflix House on Haunted Hill.
We were just talking about it. He was watching it.
Are you watching it? You watching it? Yeah. Is it good?
Yeah.
It's not scary enough though, right?
It has its moments.
Okay.
I mean, that's something I was saying.
Did a little pee-pee come out?
People are freaking out about it.
Well,
people are stupid
I
too.
put up something about it being scary.
Yeah.
Someone was like, "Oh, it's not even scary," and I don't know. My whole feeling on it is, look, man, is it interesting? Is it entertaining? That's what it should be about. Scary. I mean, we're fucking adults.
Yeah.
A lot of us aren't actually scared of the shit of horror.
I'm scared of some different things. So
ghosts.
Fuck ghosts.
Here's a scary movie question. You go see a scary movie. It is so scary, you piss yourself. Like, legitimately. You're so fearful. It's that scary.
Yeah, I don't even know what that... I know the saying, but I don't understand the correlation.
People piss themselves. It's like a fight or flight response. They piss themselves.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Well, I don't
never been there.
I don't have
Like,
that
I've had,
flight.
like, dry mouth. Like that I'm familiar with.
And I've seen somebody piss themselves before.
I've never seen it.
Anyway,
I've
it's
pissed
so
myself,
scary.
not out of fear.
You are 100% guaranteed to piss yourself. That's how fucking terrifying it is.
Okay.
Right under having a fucking heart attack, right? Do you A, tell everybody so they piss themselves too and you feel okay about pissing yourselves, or you B, never tell anybody it happened? What movie? I never saw that. Don't know anything about it.
I would tell people. I would tell people, but not for those reasons. Because I wouldn't tell people then. I would tell people later for a laugh.
For the story.
Yeah, for the laugh. That's you know what I mean. That would be my angle. I
can't believe
like,
I pissed
I
myself.
urinated all over myself. And I was like, it must have been very acidic because I got very rashy.
He wouldn't say piss, he would say urinate.
Make it all clinical.
It's a medical
about
thing.
you, Don?
It's based on the fight or flight response.
I wouldn't have a problem mentioning that I peed myself. But it wouldn't be for the sake of...
It happens to me every time I drink.
Hey, man. I went to a job interview years ago, and I thought, okay, I can hold it. I held it. But then, as I'm leaving, I had a fucking hour drive, and I got to the front door of the house. Couldn't get the keys in. I was like, fuck
struggling.
it, and just let it go from the door. So I was like... Oh, well. And then Teresa called me and was like, hey, you want to go to the zoo? I was like, yeah, I got to take a shower.
If we want to keep it a buck, we piss ourselves every day. It's just a matter of how much.
You got leaky dick.
What do you... No. But I mean, like, what do? You can slam that motherfucker up against the wall. You put it back in your pants, one drop's coming out.
I had days where I'm like sitting there like trying to jab it, like, come on, nothing. What the fuck? I thought I got rid of you.
You gotta wipe, bro.
I'm not wiping my dick.
I wipe my dick.
I mean, I've wiped it, and it still didn't work.
Still more
Disgusted he is.
I'm not wiping my dick. Put a spare square for my
You
dick.
just do like me. You wash in the sink.
Now you just got a mixture.
That's fine. Water can come right off. Dry it on a towel. You'll be good to go.
Are you saying the solution to pollution is dilution?
Just picture him
There you go.
had him drying it on somebody's nice hand towel. He's got in the back. That's why I never use,
Hey, if I like you, you're safe.
That
I like
changes
you,
how I'm
safe.
going to dry my hands.
that's why
anyway
at Adam's
now.
house he's got the the towel dispenser.
Hey, it's not like it's not clean. You know? I mean, dude, you just wiped your
Well,
ass
true.
and washed it and put on that towel. If anything, I just worry about my dick touching that towel.
It's true.
Nah, but that's
But I'm
that's
not putting my
different towel
ass on
though,
the
man.
hand towel that people.
The hand towel? People dry their hands off after they wash their hands in the sink?
Yeah, but not their ass.
They wipe their ass.
Mm-hmm.
They might got doo-doo feces on their ass.
Maybe.
Then
Probably
they go.
not. I'm not
Then
even
they
adult.
no. Actually, you
Oh, here
probably
we go.
do because toilet paper is not that thick. There's probably germs
you
coming
gotta
through
fold that
motherfucker.
bitch.
Yeah, I'm a folder.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Four to
you need
four
like,
times.
You need like 18 layers of toilet paper or some shit.
Just full.
Stop the doo-doo feces from getting through. So you wash your
Cody
hands.
keeps popping his head.
So you wash your hands, right?
With soap?
With soap and water, just like my dick.
You wash your dick with soap and water?
My dick doesn't have doo-doo feces on it. Never had doo-doo feces on it.
I definitely have doo-doo feces on my dick.
Never.
Many times.
Gotta live a little.
Never had my doo-doo feces on it.
I never had my own doo-doo and feces on it.
But I never tried.
All right. I was getting ready to go down a whole different. That was me talking to myself out loud.
Taking some out of it.
Now you got me curious.
Huh?
Getting ready to go down what hole?
No, yeah.
The right one.
It's no wrong one.
So that's pretty much it. Oh, did I talk about? I guess that was the bonus episode. The Good Place. That show is fucking awesome. You watched that, Dante?
You talked about
I've
it.
watched it.
It's fucking awesome. Are you caught up to season 3?
No, I'm not.
You need to get on that.
Hey man, I'm watching a lot of other fucking shit.
I mean,
Relax.
calm down.
Fucking bring this shit down a notch. Jesus, I watch it. Sheesh.
So Dante, how was your nerd week?
Fun. It was fun. Halloween party. Obviously, had a good time. Been watching a lot of horror movies because
Same.
it's October. And that's what we do in October in my house. Well, we usually watch horror movies from August through October because we
Just
like
the lead in.
Yeah, we like.
Is that your favorite genre?
Yes.
Okay.
And then we watched the whatchamacallit.
I seen that.
The Haunting of Hill House.
Is that your favorite genre? Interracial porn, actually. Interracial porn.
Amateur interracial.
Specific.
I'm real specific. We watched the Haunting of Hill House.
Which is a reboot.
Yeah.
That's a movie.
Oh, I didn't know it was
Yeah.
a reboot.
It's a reboot of 2 movies, actually.
Yeah.
Of House on Haunted Hill.
Yeah.
The original one is the Haunting of Hill House, and they rebooted it and they named it the House on Haunted Hill.
Okay.
Which was not that good.
Was the
No, it's
original a
trash.
Vincent Price movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
The foulest stenches in the air.
The funk of
40,000 years,
Yes,
and
right.
grisly ghouls from every tomb
Is that
are closing in to seal your doom. And though you fought to stay alive, your body starts to shiver. For no mere mortal can resist the evil of the thriller. Bam, bam.
That's the best laugh ever. Did he clip? Was that clip from the original from that film, or did
No, he did it for- yeah.
Thriller, right?
Yeah, Quincy.
I'd be pissed if we got flagged for that.
If it was that good.
Then it's a win.
Or what if Vincent Price filed like a sampling charge on him?
Then get me his
His
address
rotting,
and I'll
his
handle
rotting
that.
corpse.
I'm sure he's in
Rotting
a state.
corpse.
But yeah, we watched the Haunting of Hill House. I liked it. Well, I still have one episode, but I like what I've seen so far. I'm gonna go back and rewatch it just because as you go on, you start seeing them do like kind of flashbacks and clipbacks to certain things from the first couple episodes, and now it's like, oh shit, I didn't even take fucking cash out to think about it. Let me go back. Went to see the new Halloween last Friday. Good. I enjoyed it. When I walked out, I was like, eh. And I thought about it. I slept on it. I was like, you know what? I actually fucking liked that. I liked it a lot.
Did she kill Michael Myers?
Spoilers?
Y'all want some spoilers?
No.
They always kill Michael Myers at the end of every
It
one.
just came out.
It's too soon.
Yeah, I mean,
came
it's
out.
a week. It's less than a week.
All right, just nod your head.
Yeah, you can do that.
Honestly,
Oh, okay. All right.
I
Interesting.
mean,
It's debatable.
yeah.
But it's debatable, I think, in every one, right?
Well, like Jason, it's always debatable.
Bum, 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 bum.
Same with
So
Freddy.
H2O,
yeah, H2O is
it
not
wasn't
really
debatable until they made Resurrection. It was like,
Yeah.
oh, well, that wasn't really Michael. It was some
Yeah,
other
yeah, of
fucking
course.
dude. Like, it's fucking retarded. Get out of here. I actually wanted to put on the Nerd Rage Facebook. I've just been not active. I've been lazy. I'm just asking everyone what is their top 10 horror movies. I saw a list. It was like the top 50 horror movies, and I was
so many.
Now
I know. So many. We used to do 50 lists
There's a
back
lot
in
of
the day.
foreign movies.
yeah, the fact that
Yeah,
it was
think about
50
it.
was kind of annoying. But then number 50 itself was annoying because I really liked that movie, and I was like,
What was it?
It was The Conjuring. It was number 50. And I was like,
That was good.
And then
I was definitely
number
put top
49 was
20 maybe.
Reanimator. And I was like, Go fuck yourself.
There's a big difference between.
So what was number top five?
I don't even remember because I was so annoyed. I was like, fuck this list.
But the thing with this horror movies is so many subgenres of horror that like it's hard to make a fucking list of all horror movies.
I mean,
some people like monster movies, some people like slashers,
psychological
ghosts,
thrillers,
demons.
Well, I think it's also like
sandworms, wizards, trolls, ogres.
What?
Depends on how you see it, I guess.
I think also when you make a list like that, it depends on what you're looking for in a horror movie. Because again, you get people that say, "Oh, that's not scary." I'm not looking to be scared. I'm looking to be entertained. You know, was it a good movie? And not even like a award-winning movie. Just like, would I watch this shit again?
I want the type where I feel like I gotta watch a cartoon when I'm done.
Yeah, you need a palate cleanser.
Yeah,
That's what I want.
I'm down.
You know, and there's some things that can do that for me. Like honestly, there are a couple episodes of
I don't know what you're doing.
Really?
Is it a movie?
Continue.
Oh, okay. I thought I was interrupting something. Sorry. No, there are a couple episodes on the Netflix show that did kind of make me. I was like, hold on, I gotta.
And watch my mind out for
Let me go watch some fucking pro wrestling.
I'm gonna live with this.
Yeah. Well, what the fuck? Well, also because I just kind of you know we just got the TV in the basement, the couch, and everything set up, so we've been watching all the shit in the basement. So.
Run the search quick.
So it gets really weird, like sitting down there because the neighbors, I'm hearing thumping on the wall after watching all these fucking goofy things. I'm like, I'm hearing footsteps upstairs. I'm like, all right, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going upstairs. Let me watch fucking Ronda Rousey wrestle some Ric Flair's daughter or some shit.
Your cat's looking to a dark in a dark corner like this.
And
cats be sometimes be staring off into like they're looking at something.
Do you remember when Terrence said that it's a proven fact that kids can see their guardian angels until they're 10 years old? Proven fact, G.
I'm almost certain he had just watched the fucking Robert Downey Jr. movie, but Heart and Soul or some shit.
I was like, Terrence, I don't know if you and I see proven facts the same way.
Dude, what happened to that guy, man? We should get him on the podcast.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He was working on my grandparents' AC every like fucking year or so, every couple years. Because
I guess he didn't fix it that good if it's come back every year.
Fucking job security, man.
I remember when I had moved back home, he was fixing AC. Then I think a couple years after I moved out, my grandparents said, you know, he still comes through and works on the AC. And they're like, yeah, your friend Terrence. I was like, oh, what the fuck? How do you know my people, man? Relax. Like, stay out of my life, Grandma. But he's still around. I don't know.
He's still around, G?
He's still around, G.
It was that one day, Baby Shannon. Baby Shannon was just like looking up the steps, like just like, and I was like, what is she doing? And he was like, she's looking at Guardian Angel, so her grandmother. And I was like, her guardian angel's her grandmother? Yeah, she passed away 5 years ago and whatnot. And I was like, all right. Whatnot. And I was like, how do you know? And he's like, it's a proven fact. All kids can see their guardian angels till they're 10. You don't know that? And I was like, proven fact. Who proved it? You know, and like he just
science.
He's like I think he said he saw it on 2020. Like, you know, like it was like all this shit. Yeah. It was a
2020.
Dude, I'll never forget that. I don't want to speak about him, but I'll fuck with Terrence. But I'll never forget that one time. It was like, Sadi. Oh God, it's so good. He was like, Baby Shannon was like 5, and like they're like, what color? He was like reading him a book, and he was like, what color is this, G? And she was like, ah. And he was like, no, it ain't blue. And he's like, what color is this? Like, da! No, it ain't yellow neither, G. He's like, what color is this? Da! Oh, yeah, that's right, it's green. And Sadi was like, you need to get that baby to a speech therapist or something. He was like, no, all kids learn at different speeds and whatnot. She was like, well, at this speed, she needs to go see a speech therapist.
That poor kid, man.
Oh, actually, yeah.
And as time went by, it got uncomfortable. You were like,
yeah, he said, like, well, there was a lot of uncomfortable things. I'll never forget the other day we were talking about what we would do if we won the lottery, and Heather came down. Heather was his girlfriend, and he used to say, Heather, Heather, put the Hummer. Well, we used to just say it because all sound the same. Heather, get the Hummer, put it in the Hummer. Heather, get the hammer and put it in the Hummer. But he came down one day and we were like, we're talking about what we would do if we won the lottery. It was like some big thing, not unlike what's going on now. And she was like, what would you do with all that money? And he's like, what'd I do with it? I'd leave your ass, G. We were walking through the mall, and this hot chick was walking down the other side, and Terrence went, "I'd fuck you," like just like that, like under his breath, right? Like she's far away, and Heather was like, "What did you say?" And he was like, "I said, fuck you." Oh, that shit was funny.
Oh fuck.
Baby Shannon does have a.
Baby Shannon.
Dude, why do we call her Baby Shannon? Like she's like 20 now.
Yeah, Baby
But
Shannon
I do it too.
does have children. Because
No
I
kidding.
do remember this was a few years back. He did say that he was a granddad.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
No shockers there, but still, I was like, "Oh, cool, congrats!" And I'm just thinking, like, "Duh."
I was like, "What's the granddaughter's name?" And Shannon was like,
Now we're looking up on Facebook.
"Dude, what would be funny if I bumped into him like, how's Shannon doing, man? Like, oh, gee, she's great, whatnot, got a baby." All this about, did she ever learn how to talk?
She learned her own speed.
Nah, gee, she's still learning at her own speed. But yeah, that was pretty much the Nerd Week. Is just horror movies, just being scared.
You bought any lotto tickets?
What's that?
You bought any lotto tickets?
I did. I don't know where they are. It's like I bought them. They're in the car somewhere. Until I see like, hey, somebody in Maryland won. I'm not rushing.
Nobody in Maryland won.
No, someone in South Carolina.
Nobody in Maryland ever wins.
I know.
No, they win out in my area.
No, Virginia, D.C.
I was making a joke about.
Apparently,
If your state is in the shape of a handgun, you're just in trouble.
Sorry, Florida.
What the fuck was what to say? Oh, at Marvel Legends, I had my Archangel.
Nice.
I like it. It's a nice figure. It keeps falling over. I don't know if it's falling over, if it's getting knocked over by.
Is it back heavy?
Yeah, the wings.
Yeah.
Well, so I set it up the first time. It knocked all the other X-Men down. I was like, you're a dick.
That's what he does.
So
It's true.
I fixed them all up. And he knocked down Thor, who's on the lower shelf. So
Good. He
went all in.
stood to knock
He
down.
didn't
He
come
knocked
with
down
a
a few
stand,
times.
did he?
No. No.
Is that the one we just saw at GameStop?
So I fix him back up. I go.
You guys
I
went
come
to a
back.
GameStop?
It's a long story.
I actually think he's I thought he was a GameStop
He got
exclusive.
GameStop exclusive.
That's what I've.
It's like $35 or something.
Yeah. But like I got him set up elsewhere by himself. He hasn't fucking fallen over since. I'm thinking if I put him near the other X-Men, he likes to knock him over. So Archangel's cool.
Don't patronize me. I'll never forget that. I'll never forget that panel. Like he was like sulking, and Storm was trying to tell him to like it's not that bad, and like you'll be okay, and all. Like then you turn the page, and like the next panel was like him like freaking out, and like all his fucking blades were shooting out like uncontrollably. He's like, "Don't patronize me."
He needs to bring it
during
down
the
a notch.
Portatio era.
He's a little too uptight.
Yeah,
but maybe
calm down, Blueface.
Maybe rightfully so, but fuck him.
Blue Man Group, you and Nightcrawler and fucking Beast.
That'd be hilarious. The Blue Man Group with the three of them.
But
why do they make all the blue team? I mean, like let's choose colors. You guys can be the blue team. I mean, or do you think they pick the color first and then like shuffle it in?
Archangel wasn't on it.
Yeah,
Nightcrawler wasn't on it either.
No,
it was just Beast.
All right.
But Cyclops was also blue. So was
They had a blue suit. Yeah, they had a lot of blue suits.
Yeah, but no one on the gold team had any gold on. Yeah. So
yellow.
Like,
Cody's playing peekaboo.
Cody's like he's poking out this side, so all of a sudden I just went.
That's the worst, man. That's the worst when you like there's that obstacle in people's faces.
Yeah. But that's it, I think.
I had the Halloween party, obviously, but dude, I can't like that was I'm with the exception of Joe not showing up. That was a really good one.
Wait, what did I show up for?
he shows up for the jobs. I told him
I showed up to help you out, get your car, and pack your truck.
He was gonna come as Chirrut.
I know.
We didn't even talk about it before. It's of Star Wars.
So good.
How far did you get on your costume?
I have fabric, and I have the staff, and I have the contacts.
Okay, man. I'm sensitive about it. I mean, I love to see it. I think it'd be a good costume.
I've pretty much been doing nothing but TFCon prep because we leave tomorrow. And
we got all that shit done this morning.
TFCon, I have decided
I've given a name to my pain.
It's a lot like pregnancy. Like,
dude,
it seems like a great idea when it happens.
This is why the women don't like you.
It seems like
out there right now.
Seems like a great idea when it gets announced. Everybody's happy. Everybody has a cheer. And then as you get closer, it gets a little bit more miserable. And then you have it, and it's a good time, and it makes you forget about the misery that you were leading up to it. Like,
and then it gets miserable again for about 4 years.
Yeah, I'm curious to see how this one goes. I'm curious to see
pregnancy.
Nobody puts Bobby in the corner.
You're pregnant again?
With TFCon.
Oh, okay.
To see like where exactly where I get put. You know, because they put me in a corner last year, tucked away. I'm just curious. I'm curious to see because like it can't be first come first serve because I buy my table the day it gets announced. You know what I'm saying? Like Baltimore's first.
Well, why don't you fucking say something?
If I'm tucked away again, I'm going to.
Okay.
I'm willing to take an anomaly, for 1 year.
Yeah.
But if it becomes a trend, and
JCC, you got put into a separate room.
Dude, that was crazy. That was crazy.
They didn't want any trouble.
No, it had nothing to do with me. That was all hung fucking that up.
Are you guys sharing a table at TFCon?
He's not going.
No.
So yeah, I leave tomorrow. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna go to Cleveland first. We're gonna do Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and all that kind of stuff.
Really? Take some pictures.
Yeah, for sure. I started watching Daredevil 3.
Oh, how's it?
Oh yeah,
I got 1 episode in. It's fine.
I got 3 in.
Yeah, it's fine.
Is it good?
I like it. It's slow build, but it's good character development.
Okay.
Good character.
So does it clean up anything from the Defenders?
What I was trying to work out is, does Defenders take place after Daredevil season 2?
Yeah,
I believe so. Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah.
But at the end of Daredevil season 2, doesn't he end up in the hospital? Or is that the end of Defenders?
It's in Defenders.
Okay.
He's missed.
All right.
I thought he's dead.
Defenders, it reveals.
Yeah. Okay, I just got that confused.
And it was in the church.
Yeah, he shows him in the church where nobody knows he's alive.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
That's in my head. It was like I thought that was in Daredevil season 2.
Yeah.
That was it. So Daredevil survived the snap.
The snap.
The thing.
Seems like everybody on Netflix survived the snap.
No, Luke Cage did not survive the snap. Iron Fist did not survive the snap.
No, there's talk now.
Well,
yeah, there's talk right now about the season 4 might be canceled.
Of what?
Daredevil. Yeah.
Oh, dude, that's.
So they might be. Are they filming Jessica Jones now, or are they?
Yeah, they just recently said that that Jessica Jones and Punisher are definitely getting another season.
Okay.
Both of them are finished filming. I think they're in post now. They're supposed to come out next year.
But that might be it. It might. If all of them get canceled, that's Disney.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
That's. And I get it.
Yeah.
I get it. I can't hate on that.
I wonder if they'll bring them over to the new Disney.
Hope so.
I
hope so. At least Punisher and Daredevil. I don't really give a fuck about the rest.
I can't see them being R-rated like they are, though.
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know yet.
They're probably X-rated if they had to rate them.
No.
Not triple X. I'm talking about.
No.
You don't think so?
I don't even think it would be NC-17.
The X-rated RoboCop is on Netflix now.
Is it?
Yeah.
That was X-rated in 1983 or some shit like that, though.
Well, they don't really use the X-rated anymore, so.
But
yeah, I should even say it.
And then I've been cranking out these videos, dude. I got this video hitting on Friday. It's this infomercial for DMH.
It's fucking great.
Let me see.
Do you want to watch it now?
Yeah, it's
fucking. Yeah.
Dude, that was good.
That video was good. I fucking love it, man.
Very good. That might springboard you into a whole new world.
We'll see.
It reminded me of the sweaty balls thing at
S&M.
Yeah.
Dude, it was a good time. It was a lot of editing, but it was a good time.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I just sat down Saturday yesterday too. So I pretty much spent all day yesterday editing.
I don't miss that shit,
dude.
I'm on a little bit.
I hear you.
You know what the fucked up thing is? If you ever get to the point that you hire somebody to edit, they're not going to edit the way you wanted to edit.
Yeah, and I've thought about it,
and you have to like redo it.
I've thought about it. I've thought about it because you do have a you have
a style.
When you do it all yourself, you have a vision, and you can even cut corners here and there because you know how the vision goes.
Yep.
But whatever.
Artistic control, man.
Yeah.
Like there's little things on there. I'm like, no, dude, you should have zoomed in right there when you cut that hard cut. I was like, oh, dude, it's already done, man. What am I doing?
Yeah.
You see that shit, and you're like, oh,
Yeah.
You know?
But it was fun. It was a good time.
Hilarious.
Yeah, it was
all the
awesome.
running bars and the flashing and stuff.
That was great. How did you do the graphics? Just one of the drop cell, like the things on Final Cut?
No, I just took I just pulled a blue square and manipulated the size of the blue square to make it at the top and bottom.
Cool.
And then,
And just added the words
and then
in
just
there.
added the text in there.
Cool.
Yeah. And then I took to make it flash, I just cut out a bunch of it.
Oh yeah, nice. You bootlegged it.
Yeah, and I purposely made the cut the flashing not perfect, so it's like it's all bootleg and shit. That's one of those things that you do on your end that you're you find so funny that no one else will get or appreciate.
There's probably the VHS the track.
Oh yeah.
That would be hilarious.
That shit is fun.
Yeah,
Then you go in there.
But I spent Cody was here. I spent fucking all day on that shit because
It's awesome.
all afternoon.
It's funny.
It's cool that he was in.
Laura's a natural.
Yeah. She wants to do well in Chicago also.
It's a big investment. To do
Yeah. But yeah, it was a good time. It was funny.
Is that what
That's
you're trying
a fact.
to get rid of the carpeting?
Yeah. Do you want to go through news?
No.
All right.
No. Yeah. Of course, it's fine.
Yeah.
No, I'm good now. I got a
sweet.
little more time.
All right. Cool. So our first note is titled "Maybe Joe Cares." Variety has been reporting some interesting stuff this week, and they're a little bit more credible. You know what I mean? Because it's not like Big Bob's podcast.
Mm-hmm.
But Sony's Funimation ends anime licensing pact with Crunchyroll. Does that mean anything to you, Joe?
Yeah, I mean Crunchyroll is a huge anime streaming service.
They've been
It's
together for a long time. Right?
It's like the anime of Netflix.
Okay.
And Funimation does a lot of the big name.
It has My Hero Academia.
Exactly, and
it's
Dragon
part of
Ball,
it, yeah.
and,
Cowboy Bebop.
Yep, those are all huge. So I don't know what that means. I don't know if that means Crunchyroll won't have those anymore.
It says Funimation now costs $5.99 per month or $60 for a year. The service is currently available in the U.S. Under the new expired pack, Crunchyroll and Funimation each shared anime titles across the streaming. In July 2017, Sony Pictures Television Networks acquired 95% majority stake in it. And it says their official word is, I'm writing to share some important news. Effective immediately, Funimation will once again independently acquire, market, and distribute anime to the entire community, to both sub and dub fans. So it just sounds like they're... I guess this was when Sony acquired it. So I don't know. What's going to happen now.
That's the thing. Crunchyroll has a lot of anime, even more niche stuff.
How much, Joe?
This many.
And even a lot of sub stuff that's not dubbed yet. So if Funimation takes all their stuff and put it on their own, I'm not gonna get two fucking separate streaming services. I'm gonna pick one or the other, and most likely I'll just fucking pick Crunchyroll and then just fucking pirate Funimation shit. That's what's gonna happen.
So all this Crunchyroll talk has had me thinking about this Joe Button podcast recently, where he said he was gonna start trying to sell crack edibles, and he was gonna call them crummies.
Oh man, dude, you hear about there's a marijuana company that's open on the stock market in Canada because Canada legalized marijuana.
Yeah,
dude, think about getting in on that, man. That's just got to go
better
crazy.
hurry up.
It's gonna go crazy. I know, right?
Gotta get in while it's hot.
Or you can drop it like it's hot.
And also, apparently, Hasbro is facing some changes in an investor lawsuit. I don't know too much about this. I didn't know if any of you guys did. I read that article.
Yeah, that's why I saw too.
I breezed through it just really quickly before I posted it.
Yeah, it says
do that too.
It says that basically they're getting ready to make some changes that are going to potentially
to their paint schemes
to eventually cut 1% of their workforce.
Oh yeah, that's right.
I don't know what that equates to. I don't know how large their workforce is, but
so if you have 10 times 10, that's 100, right? And then one of those people.
Yeah, so I don't know how many people work for Hasbro, I guess.
Yeah. Probably more than 100.
Yeah. It says the announcement of Hasbro making changes comes at a day after The law firm said that it's investigating claims on behalf of investors of Hasbro as to whether Hasbro and certain of its officers and or directors have engaged in securities fraud and unlawful business practices.
That's not good.
The claims have no merit, and we intend to vigorously defend against them, said...
Vigorously.
Of course they would say that.
Right. According to reports in October 2017, Hasbro said they saw a 5% decline in the company's U.S. and Canada segment's operating profit to $217.3 million compared to $228 in 2016. After the disclosures, Hasbro stock dropped $8.44 per share and closed at $89.75 per share on October 23rd. And apparently it is linked somehow to the Toys R Us situation as well. Like it's all entangled in lies and deceit.
Corporate bullshit.
There'll be a Netflix show about it in a few months.
Oh, yeah.
Lord willing. I want to watch that Making a Murderer Part 2.
know!
Dude, I can't stand the fact that it came out around the same time as Daredevil. Like, I was, like, debating last night on which one to watch, so I felt, like, nerdly obligated to watch Daredevil first. It was this weird thing. I was like, my mind and body and soul
My mind said, let me know.
But my body said to watch, you know, Making a Murderer, but, like, my collection said to watch Daredevil. So not too much on that, but something is going on. Something is rotten in Denmark, as it were, to speak of the great Shakespeare again. What sweet music they make. Dracula getting a Netflix.
Yeah, with Cumberbatch.
BBC. Dude, I'm in.
I'll be in for that.
I think, so here's the thing about Dracula. Let's talk about Dracula for a bit. I think that Dracula...
He's the most prolific character in
I think that it's really easy to win with Dracula and really easy to lose with Dracula.
Well, we just talked about we watched Van Helsing recently.
Oh, trash.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the Hugh Jackman one?
Trash.
So bad. You know the worst part about that is that hat. Get out of here.
Get out of here.
And he turns into Wolverine at the end.
Has anybody watched the series? That I saw it was on Netflix, but
It's like an apocalyptic future event. It's like a chick, though.
Yeah, it's a chick.
Yeah, I started watching it.
How was it?
It's bad.
Okay.
So basically, I'll give you the premise. Basically, there's a volcano or something that happens, or a meteor or something that causes ash to be spewed out. So vampires have been around all the time.
Okay, because there's no sunlight.
And because the sunlight is very bleak, they can like get out and start biting people. This Van Helsing chick, if a vampire bites her, they're cured. And they come back to life.
This is Daybreakers again.
Yeah, so it's taking some cues from
Let me just say these things about it so I can get out of this fucking file. But it says there. I just like that these folks that are behind it, like their statement on it. I'm like, okay, so you get it.
Yeah.
You understand, but they said there have always been stories about great evil. What's special about Dracula is that Bram Stoker gave great evil its own hero. And I was like, all right, bars.
Yeah, hello.
You got bars. That's fine. And then it said the series will be set in Victorian London at the end of the 19th century.
Perfect.
Yeah, I don't see. Is that what you want, dude? I'd kind of be okay with an Impaler story.
I mean, we had a movie. They might do flashbacks.
Yeah,
I just don't want a modern Dracula.
No, absolutely.
They try to do that. The guy that was in The Tudors, and he was also in, what is that movie you like with Henry Cavill?
What's that joke you know?
No. Listen, it's like the Greek mythology movie, The Immortals.
Yeah, dude.
He was. I think he was Zeus too.
Okay,
that guy.
I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Reeves.
I don't know his name.
Something.
Even if you get it right.
So they did a Dracula one, the Victorian one, and it lasted like a season on like NBC. And it was okay. There was like some elements that were pretty cool, but ultimately, like he was trying to take down like the oil companies and bring like
oh my god,
yeah, Wi-Fi, electricity,
different type of blood sucking. Am I right? Blood sucking at the pumps.
Yeah. So.
Lots of cheese.
Macho cheese. No fucking clue, man.
Macho Man, Randy Cheese.
But my concern is, if they do it in this time period, I kind of want them to just tell the story, but in a series.
Yeah,
like
they slow burn it.
Yeah, I don't know if I want like some original story set during this time. Like I feel like if it's an original story, I want the Vlad the Impaler story, or I want some new story. Like,
but then not a vampire story, just of Count.
Yeah, or to see the origin story, basically. Batman Begins.
We had a movie.
What movie?
There was a Dracula movie.
The Bram Stoker's?
No.
Recently.
Dracula Untold or
Dracula Untold.
Yeah,
Nah,
which is that story?
No, it's
which
not.
that was an
No, it's
origin
not.
story.
No,
That was.
It wasn't. No.
Well, that's exactly what you just said.
Yeah, no.
It was him also trying to kick off a shared universe.
Yeah, that was.
I didn't mind that. I didn't hate that movie.
I didn't
It's
hate that movie.
okay.
It was
I thought
okay.
it was okay.
But if they do a Impaler story, I want it to be more of a like
More of a historical account.
sprinkled with the supernatural.
Okay.
You season it with the supernatural, but not heavy-handed supernatural where there's ghosts and goblins. but like also like to have it have like almost like a gladiator vibe, but but by the end of it he's a fucking monster.
Gotcha.
Somehow, some way. Do you know what I mean?
You talking about a movie I'm talking about?
Nah, that's not that movie. You got
it's fine,
people, you got people flying all over the place.
At the end, yeah.
thought that
There's
was
too
better
much.
than-
That's not a sprinkle.
I thought it was better than the Tom Cruise mummy movie.
I want him to have like a piece of pizza and be like, "Who put garlic on it?" Like that's it. Like,
You need a drum kid sound effect.
I don't eat at Italian restaurants anymore. I don't know why it doesn't agree with me. Like, but yeah, I'm up for it. I love that character, man.
So is Cumberbatch going to be Dracula though?
No, it's unannounced. The guy playing him's unannounced.
Okay,
He's gonna be the Keanu Reeves character.
And then we have
maybe I'm down.
the next thing that we should probably talk about is McFarlane going crazy recently.
I mean, recently.
Yeah, he's been right.
Yeah,
So
crazier than a shithouse rat.
there's a lot to
the other day.
In my opinion, there's a lot to unpack here. So McFarlane stated the problem was spawned to fit more into the horror genre, while Hollywood sees it simply as a superhero movie. Here's what's frustrating about the process, he said. Hollywood doesn't...
Let me read McFarlane's quotes.
Okay, all right. The top paragraph there, just the first two.
Here's what the frustration about the process, he said. Hollywood doesn't get what I'm doing, what I'm trying to do. I can tell by the notes they gave, they just don't understand.
So the problem for him is getting studios to have faith in comic book film that is R-rated horror, not a traditional superhero project that is PG-13, like the previous Spawn films. So, like, but here's what I want to talk about. I always got the impression up until this article that he was in control.
That's what I
Yeah,
thought too.
me too.
Yeah.
From his handshake and stuff with Jamie Foxx.
So, like, what the fuck is going on?
What's going on now? Why?
I mean, somebody's still flipping the bill. So ultimately, somebody has some
like that.
clause
I like that talk.
some way.
I like when you get in your fucking slang talk. I like that shit. I do. I just like. It just seems like he would have been like almost an executive producer on it, or just the way he was positioning himself in the terms of marketing.
He might be an executive producer.
But I feel like that kind of person would be like, no. And I also feel like the key to making a dark superhero movie, a horror superhero movie, whatever, is not the rating. That's not the key.
Okay.
No,
An R-rated Venom movie doesn't make Venom any better of a movie.
I think it just gives you more freedom to do stuff, though.
To do what?
whatever he wants to do to make
Like,
a horror
do,
film.
do you think that what he wants to do is show? I mean, there's plenty of PG-13 horror films that are great. Like, do you think that he wants to show like so? Let's say
like a naked Madonna, maybe.
Drug use,
that's what I'm saying. Does that
Like
naked?
hard drug use? Isn't that rated R?
Maybe.
I think it's in how you do it. I think it's in how you present
That's how
it.
you edit it.
Yeah, you know.
Well, if you want it dark and gritty, wouldn't you present it in a certain way? That might be
I don't
rated
know.
R.
I don't know. I don't know if I don't know if they're synonymous.
I'm not saying it's necessary. I'm saying it gives you a freedom.
I'm afraid is necessary. What is that from? That's from a movie. I'm afraid is necessary. Oh God! It's just as soon as you said it, I could see the clip. No. It doesn't matter. But I don't know. I just don't feel like I feel like most of the, with the exception of The Exorcist.
Is it Human Centipede?
No. It's something like super popular. But
That is popular.
don't say it in that
Hey,
voice.
we supposed to watch it when the box sets come out.
You said it like that's the first thing you said to the public in 10 years. That is super popular.
We're supposed to watch that box set when it comes out.
I'm down.
Yeah.
But I just so like I think Sixth Sense is a great horror movie. I think that The Others is a great horror movie.
Yeah, that's true.
They're both PG-13 films. I think The Exorcist is a great horror movie, and that's R-rated. And there are things in that need to be there in order to do so. But I think that most rated R movies that are horror movies are not great because they're rated R.
Not because
Because
but,
the way the story is told.
Exactly.
Right. But I'm saying like these rated R things are probably they would have to meet a PG-13 criteria. Do you think they would have lost something in order to meet that criteria? Otherwise, it wouldn't have had to be R.
But I don't think I don't think there's anything. I don't think there's anything about Spawn specifically that requires it to be rated R to be effective.
Well, do you think Spawn as a property is closer to The Exorcist or to The Sixth Sense?
I would say
I noticed Donnie Brasco.
I'm afraid. Oh yes, dude!
Shit, I haven't watched that in forever.
Did you? Somebody farted down here.
Smeagol? It's Ghost of Smeagol.
Is it this?
Oh, I don't know. Don't do that.
Don't touch it.
Then that probably wasn't it. I think so under those confines, I agree it's closer to The Exorcist, but I don't think it's necessarily close to either. Mm-hmm. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like,
I think if you're gonna do a proper Satan, like the way he probably wants to do it,
If you discuss,
Yeah,
if
you
you
need
discuss
a
God and Satan and some darker
Remember
themes.
how Malbojo looked in the...
yeah, but he looked like the
if
comic.
If they did the
dick swinging, big old demon dick.
They don't need
swinging.
that though.
if they did the
I mean, I'm not gonna say no.
If they did the ice cream man, if they do the Kincaid, if they do the child molesting story.
Okay,
that
okay.
would
Now
have to
that,
be
now
R.
that. But so I'll give you that. It depends on the story they tell.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Spawn
do you
lends
think that's the
itself-
story they're gonna tell?
No, I'm just saying Spawn in the universe can have R-rated themes.
I agree.
Some of the good stories.
I agree, but what I'm saying is that I don't think there's anything in and about Spawn that requires a rated R story.
Okay.
And I also think it's a movie where you could do an R-rated DVD version, and that would be fine.
They did that with the VHS.
Right, but it's like, okay, now his head is exploded all over the wall, as
exactly.
opposed to just you see the body drop. Fine. I'm not the person that needs that. I don't need to see the head, like the spider web explosion of blood on the wall,
Okay, so-
to get the point.
So the horror that is Spawn, is it
Is it horror anyway, though?
No,
Let me
if
continue.
you're doing
I got
it-
you. Yeah, I got you.
Are you gonna do it? Because like Sixth Sense is psychological horror, right? It's like more suspense. Whereas Exorcist is a physical, visceral horror.
I would say psychological as well, though.
Right, but
Do you know what you did?
Your cunting daughter.
so
You wouldn't understand that joke.
I'm
You
saying-
don't understand what it's like to have a child and want to fear and love for that child while that child is literally sick. Joe.
no, I have no idea what it's like to be changing diapers for 10 years. That Bobby.
Yeah, it's a fact. It's a fact. But I don't know, man. I think that...
It's the horror is what these monsters can do to you, right?
Yeah, but I don't know what you need to... I don't... Like, I think there's a way to show all of those things in a PG-13 movie. I think it's possible that the studio people could be taking it in a direction that does fuck the movie up. I just don't think that has necessarily anything to do with the rating.
And to be clear, I'm not hell-bent on the R rating. It's just for discussion's sake.
Yeah, sure,
There's the other
absolutely.
aspect of just wanting to have the freedom to be able to tell the story and not edit shit for a rating.
That's fine,
Right.
but I feel like he's talking about it like, they don't get the property because they're afraid to make it rated R.
Maybe he thinks it's a rated R property overall.
But he was okay with a PG-13 property.
Yeah, that was in 1999.
Yeah, so I'm saying, but
But he wasn't.
who the character is hasn't changed really from 1999, as far as I know, from 1999 to now. It's in the nuts and bolts sense.
I don't know, man. I think it's apples and oranges. Like if he's like, listen, I mean the whole thing is that he's never been able to make the movie he wanted to make. Right?
Mm-hmm.
He regrets that what they had to do with the first movie.
Yeah.
So he wants to be unhithered, unchained.
Yeah. And I'm good with that. I can sympathize with that.
Yeah.
I'm just aside from that. I'm just saying conceptually, if they say that Spawn is coming out and is rated R or Spawn is coming out and is PG-13, there's no difference in my reaction to it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Maybe to some.
And it's just like
Maybe it's just his artistic vision.
and I think this is triggering me a little bit more because of all
you
the Venom.
really want this movie.
No, because of all the Venom talk and people saying like, "Oh, they should have made it rated R. That would have fixed them." I'm like, no,
that wasn't a
Actually, you know
No.
what? Venom is fine.
it's fine.
Yeah. I haven't seen it yet, but it's killing in the box office, so Sony wins.
Yeah, I mean,
Let's move on. Time's limited. I don't fucking care about Spawn. We got our Spawn movie. I've seen it.
Fuck
Been there.
that guy.
Sweet Christmas. Luke Cage has been snapped away on the Thanos Infinity Gauntlet snap.
Yeah, I think Luke Cage, fucking Iron Fist. I think we just save all the Netflix talk until after we're done watching Daredevil season 3, and B, I think there's more. I think there's more to the story than we know. Netflix is super secretive anyway, so I think the speculation is just a waste.
Well, so there is stuff coming out about these beefs behind the scenes.
Yeah, that was talked about.
Like the Luke Cage, I guess,
Luke
production
Cage?
team.
Beef curtains. That's another one. Oh, sorry. This is a conversation we were having with Cody.
Meat curtains?
So that's another one. Yeah.
There are rumors of
You just want to talk about slang for pussy?
Yes.
Okay.
Ham wallet.
In Britain, they call it that.
Ham wallet?
Sideways sloppy Joe.
New details have come forth regarding the decision to cancel Luke Cage on Netflix, and it might now have more to do with viewership than behind the scenes issues. But that goes back to my.
How much money is a stream?
What is a stream worth?
Yeah.
What is a stream worth?
Maybe nothing.
I just.
Maybe
I
nothing.
don't know. Like it. I find it frustrating that nobody's as wound up about.
No,
this
people
as
talk about it.
Okay,
Here's
all
the thing. Maybe you're looking at it the wrong way. Maybe a stream itself isn't worth anything.
What if it's meandering?
Maybe. Could be. But like a million streams, there might be some kind of algorithm where, you have to have this range, this far apart. People have to watch it this much in this much time.
Don't cross
They got to
it.
binge it. Yada 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 bullshit. They got to get a thumbs up. Maybe that's how. Maybe it's
maybe also
really
they-
fucking complex.
They might be tracking social media and how much people are talking about it too.
Yeah, and they're not. I mean, and Netflix doesn't publish their numbers.
It's kind of like sleeping with a.
You have to not publish your number.
Let it go.
Well, my question is this: Are there people on the fence to watching Luke Cage where if they saw the numbers were low? I mean, I'm sure there's people that would be like, "Oh, nobody's watching this. I'm not going to watch
People
it." But are there also people that are like fans that are like, "You know what? I'm going to give this a watch. This seems to be struggling a bit."
I feel like some people definitely react to people's ratings or reviews.
Yeah.
Definitely.
The normies have watched all the Daredevils, the Jessica Joneses, the Luke Cage's. Catch didn't even really know it was a comic book character. Like, oh, dude, this guy's he's like bulletproof. Like, yeah, it's a comic book. Oh, okay. But I think that burnout is happening, and they're just like,
I don't need
fine.
this.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What else? Haunted Hill. Let's do that.
When Jessica
Making a
Jones
Murderer
came
too.
out, there was I know a lot of females who aren't into comics,
Yep.
but they're all about Jessica Jones. And that second season hit, and they're like, I'm over it.
You had what you wanted, and then
Yeah,
that's all you
I
needed.
mean, same thing kind of with Luke Cage, though. I mean,
Well, you got Black Panther.
black community, Black
Yeah.
Panther just came out, and everybody. But even with Luke Cage, though, that second season, they're still like, that's our champion. We're gonna keep watching it, and they're like, we
But I
want
don't-
season 3.
Yeah, but I don't think they were as strong
So
on
what
season
happened to
2
Iron
as
Man?
season 1 because I think it was.
Nobody cares.
I think it had more to do with like Black Panther became the new champion. Like my boss at work is black, and he went and saw Black Panther in the movie theater, and then I was like, well, what did you think of Infinity War? And he's like, I haven't seen that. And I was like, you fucking culture vulture. But like, so
This is nowhere to die.
dude, you tell Thanos he's in Wakanda now. There will be nothing for him but blood and dust. That shit is hard. I think that, I do think that women did rally behind Jessica Jones. I do think that black people did rally behind Luke Cage at first. But I think it does come down to the fandom element. I think it comes down to like whether or not people are really a fan of something, or if they're watching it for different reasons, because it's a woman or because it's a person they can relate to race wise, whatever the case may be. But then after they get that, they don't have that same commitment because they're not a fan in and of itself. They're a fan of what it's trying to do.
Mm-hmm.
Or people actually watch Luke Cage season 2 and like, this is trash. We're done here.
Yeah, but if the viewership,
They watched Iron Fist and okay, this is trash too.
or they watched Luke Cage season 1 and said, "This is trash. I'm not watching anymore."
Maybe. I don't know, I'm talking about the executives. They're like, we're not
No,
making any more of this.
I don't think they care.
Oh, I'm
Just
sure
keep it on numbers, I think.
I don't think. Yeah, I think it's about the numbers. I think if it was dog shit and everybody watched it, they'd be like, "Yep, no, keep sign on for 5 more seasons."
Did anybody hear anything about how far the petition went for Iron Fist?
I
Two
did
people.
hear.
There's 2 people.
It was the twins. I did hear about how much Netflix gave a shit. It was 0%.
Yeah.
I'm sure. I'm sure.
You know, that's the same thing.
I was
Like,
just curious.
And there might be Heroes for Hire shit coming.
That's what I thought initially.
well,
when
so they did.
canceled back to
The guy who plays Iron Fist did put up a picture of them, like
yeah.
yeah.
From Luke Cage season 2.
So like people are saying, are they hinting at that? But at the same time, it could be like a
I'm
solid.
still
relevant.
So it could be a solidarity thing. Like, hey, man, it happens to the best of us or the worst of us.
I think that's what I'd like to see, that in the Daughters of the Dragon series.
You know, I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know if I really want to see any. Like,
I've seen enough of that world.
Yeah, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know if I need to see any more of Luke Cage or Iron Fist. Like, I still feel like there's some Daredevil I'd like to explore.
Yeah.
Definitely more Punisher I'd like to explore for the first time in my fucking life. But as far as, but you know what? Even with Punisher, I'd also be okay. Like the reason why I want another Punisher is because I want to see a story told with this specific Punisher taking on Jigsaw. And if I could get that, I would be content.
Oh, okay. And for a second, I thought
razor blades. Punisher, Frank. One of your guns has been replaced with the blood of a three-toed sloth. I think that I would love to see that story told with him, but if they didn't do Jigsaw at the end of Punisher, like if he never showed up, I'd have been okay if that was it. Like I could go to I could go to my casket with that Punisher story. Okay. But Daredevil
how they built him was fucking amazing. Yeah.
Yes, and I feel like Daredevil has places to go still.
Yeah, there's other stuff to be covered.
But like, I'd almost rather see Marvel Television take a one character, one season approach
per year.
No, not even. I mean, like we're gonna do Ghost Rider for one season,
and that's it. Just
and then
one story.
Yep, and then we're gonna do Quasar for one season. And then we're going to give you these
Quasar.
The random,
exactly. We're going to give you these one snippets of one character to give you an idea of who they are.
Naga beans, motherfucker.
And we're going to move on.
I'd be in for all of it, honestly. But
yeah, I mean, I'm in for all of it.
I'm too much of a Marvel fan to not check it out.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's just like even when you look at comics and how they're done with the miniseries. I mean, just like that, you could do those one shots. You know, like Ghost Rider
or team ups.
Yeah, that too. Because even thinking about, like you're saying, Daredevil, there's more to explore. But then when you think about Daredevil in the comics, there's a bigger world there versus Luke Cage.
That's true.
And it's like, okay, I got what I needed. I don't need any more Luke Cage.
I don't know if we needed any more than season 1 of Luke Cage. I don't know if season 2 did anything more for that character.
I don't think so.
Yeah,
I mean, you get to see Misty's arm.
Yeah, which was cool, but it wasn't a Luke Cage benefit.
Yeah. Actually,
I like
the whole time out. That was in.
Or whatever.
Yeah, it wasn't that.
Huh? Let's get a British perspective on the Netflix shows. What do you think, buddy, about Netflix shows?
Do you watch Daredevil and Punisher?
Yeah. See,
those are strong ones. Yeah.
You're the reason why it failed.
I was going to watch Iron Fist.
What? You're the reason why it failed.
It's not your fault.
No, I was going to watch Iron Fist, and then I missed the first few episodes, and everyone said it was trash. So I just didn't bother. And I watched some of Jessica Jones, and I wasn't interested. And then Luke Cage was
because it's a woman.
No, I like women. I just think the Punisher story was cool. And,
and the Purple Man story worked for me. The second season didn't work for me, but
like Netflix. Let's cut this conversation to the next topic.
Reaching or not? We talked about that. Okay, rescue. That was 3 notes in one. To be fair,
all right. I'm down.
So we got this little shot of Pepper Potts in the rescue suit.
Stay on target.
That shot was cool.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Yeah. Yep. Cool.
All
right. Is anybody surprised about that?
No.
Is anybody like,
they did it?
I mean, they had the cameo basically.
Joe.
Okay, Easter egg.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it.
Of course.
I mean, that's why that footage.
But why does she need it? Doesn't she have superpowers? She has
they took that away.
They resolved that in the last 15 minutes of Iron Man 3.
Oh, okay, right.
Which
the
made
last 15
sense.
seconds. Yeah, it was dumb.
That's why I think
they should just left.
That's why I think we see that image, is because who cares? Like I think, like if
not me.
I think that if it was something that people gave a shit about, like if it was a sword through Captain America's fucking face, people would be like, "Oh,
I'm Gwyneth Paltrow.
Don't let that get out."
I haven't been relevant in 10 years.
Thanks, Brad Pitt.
Thanks, Ben Affleck.
10 years.
But hey, who's got all these kids now they're fighting over?
Oh, I don't know.
Gwyneth gets the last laugh on that.
She has kids with Brad Pitt?
No, Brad Pitt's got like fucking 14 of them, though, with Angelina Jolie, and now they're splitting up.
Yeah. They're all adopted.
There's nothing wrong with adopted kids. Speaking as one.
1 of 14, though, is different.
Yeah.
I'm 1 of 1.
You're just a fucking fashion accessory at that point.
So also,
up to say.
Tom Cruise has a black kid. That's adopted.
Does he?
Yeah, he was in a fucking movie. Or
Dude,
something.
dude. Time out. I got one.
Go ahead. Go for
The
it.
competition is
Go for
fierce.
it.
It's like the luckiest and most unluckiest day of that kid's life.
It's pretty good. I was gonna say he's probably letting that motherfucker jump all over the couch too.
He was in some movie. I remember seeing the name, and I was like, "Who the fuck was that?" And then I'm looking, I was like, "A little black kid." And I was like, "Oh shit, yeah, Tom Cruise did adopt a bunch of fucking kids."
He's not allowed in
once.
the big house.
Do they have? I don't know. So Variety is also reporting that they got news that Cavill and Affleck are out.
Yeah, it's been back and forth though. I don't even want to.
I don't even care anymore.
Yeah,
Just leave.
I'm numb to it now.
Yeah.
But
You broke me.
but
I
it's
believe
but,
something when I see the next film.
but this isn't. But
when
but,
the movie happens.
but there is some shit happening at DC right now. Fucking Wonder Woman got pushed
Pushed
back.
back.
Flash got pushed back, and well, we'll talk
Isn't
about
Wonder
this.
Woman done shooting? It's not.
I don't think so.
I thought it
Really?
was.
They started a while ago, didn't they?
Yeah, I think post production is done.
Maybe they need
I mean,
reshoots.
Principal photography.
Yeah.
I don't think so. I don't know. I'll be the first to admit it.
Regardless, it's being pushed back.
Yeah, to 20.
20.
2020. Yeah.
2020.
I heard they're gonna retitle it too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like because it was gonna be called.
1984.
Yeah, they're gonna call it 2024.
I knew a joke was coming. I still.
Line them up. And then also this last little bit, like all these fucking extras got fucking abused on the Joker set.
Oh yeah. I just
Like, what's up with that shit?
Don't be an extra.
An extra on a DC property.
Be relevant, and you won't get abused.
Apparently, Wonder Woman is pushed back so they can rework as Flashpoint.
Really?
I believe it when
They're
I see
trying to
it.
steer. They're trying to
you know
steer the
what?
whole universe.
To fix
Yeah.
recasting.
Just like in the comics.
This just came out 3 hours ago.
Okay.
Okay.
All of the DC projects of Warner Brothers have been in the oven. Wonder Woman 84 seemed like a safest bet of all, and the sequel to one of the best received superhero movies of the modern era. All the advanced material for the set looked amazing, and it takes place in the 1980s. Everyone loves the 80s, right? That is why it came such a surprise. The studio completely reshuffled their slate earlier this week, pushing the Wonder Woman back from November 1st, 2019 to June 5th, 2020. I guess that's it, though.
But they didn't say anything about recasting Gadot, right? It's just
No.
recasting Henry
God, I
Cavill.
hope not.
No.
Yeah, I hope not either. But
If they did that, I think the women would get on about that.
Yeah,
Well, I think it would have to be
pretty sure.
rebooted.
Yeah,
Like,
that would have to be
she's so she's iconic as
Yeah,
Wonder
she
Woman
is.
now.
She
Like,
is
that's just
Wonder
a fact.
Woman.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like she is Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
You know, yeah. I think
that would be a gross misstep.
I think Cavill is kind of in that pocket too, not to the same extent, but I think he is Superman now.
I love him as Superman.
I think Affleck is switchable. I don't think that he's stuck with the public in the same manner. But the background actors for Joker were locked in a train car at a Brooklyn subway station. I hear that Brooklyn has the best subway stations, though, for over 3 hours, according to TMZ, and repeated requests for bathroom breaks were denied.
Was Robert D there?
What happened?
The background actors were locked in a train car at the Brooklyn subway station for over 3 hours, according to TMZ. The repeated requests for bathroom breaks were denied. The extras are said to have banged on the doors and windows of the car for some time before resorting to more drastic measures and urinating on the subway tracks from the small spaces between cars on this Joker set.
Oh, were they filming this just to be authentic?
Dude,
What if a same fucking thing? I think,
What if
man.
it's supposed to be part of the movie?
What if
Joaquin is like?
What if it
we're
was
doing
to
it on purpose.
wind them up?
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, yeah.
You know, I mean, it's still not right,
No.
but it's right.
Who's directing this movie? Who's directing this movie?
I don't know. Scorsese's producing it, isn't he?
Yeah, I don't remember who's directing it.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah.
That would be something he would
Leave
do.
him in there.
Joaquin is
Imagine the smell.
he's an amazing actor, but he's all there.
Crazy as shit house rat.
Yeah, his forehead
Can act like a
on
motherfucker.
time. Q&A. I do want to get a couple of these. Not that I know, Adam, you're pressed for time. Well, we can get the Star Wars.
I got 33 minutes left.
Okay, cool. There's this one Star Wars note that's worth talking about. Oh shit! Well, let's knock out the Star Wars then. Heavy rumor, but that the working title for episode
9?
9, and this just came in too. We got to talk about is Order of Ren.
Oh, okay.
Which I'm kind of like, I'm not anti, but I'm like, that's fine. But if that is the
it's
title,
like that orgasm you have and you're like, it's like, no.
it dribbles out the top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
I do think that
like
if
a
they
waste.
stick with that title, they need to really explain what Ren means.
Maybe they will.
Why is his name Kylo Ren? Why was there the Knights of Ren?
What does Ren mean? Do we know?
Exactly.
We don't know.
I don't.
Okay.
No, I'm saying that as if to say maybe the comics have explained it somewhere or in the book. I know what I'm getting ready to talk about. No, John Williams has been hospitalized
Oh shit. Okay.
with illness. All right. Earlier this morning, composer John Williams, notably known for his Star Wars, Superman, E.T. themes, was hospitalized for being ill on the mic.
Oh my god, dude.
But apparently he's hospitalized and he had to cut off, like he had a concert to do, so they canceled that. But it doesn't sound, at least the way they're publicizing it, that there's like any big emergency, just sort of more so routine. But let me get out of Dante's way. You want to say goodbye?
Bye, y'all.
See you, Dante.
See you, dude.
All right, I'll be around.
Oh! He's gonna teach the handshake thing, man. Bobby's got the new handshake.
Oh yeah.
All right, cool.
See you, bro.
So I work now, man.
Huh?
It's all about the fist bump because you don't want to shake like 70 people's hands. It's too many hands to shake.
Yeah.
You
That's
gotta do
how
a fist
Ozzy
bump.
got his.
But for me, it's like
his staph infection. When he,
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From shaking people's hands.
Who did?
Ozzy, he had to cancel part of the tour.
Yep.
Because
See?
he got
It's
staph
all about
infection.
it's all about the
For me,
fist
it's-
bump.
For me, it's a matter. Yeah. Get on in there, Cody. For me, it's a matter of like if I love you, like I wanted there to be some
Inside
sort of.
you?
I told you it would get weird. Less than 2 years. I want.
You're gonna walk in on me in mid-changing, being
time out,
cosplay.
time out.
I'll be like in
You might
in
beat
full
me to
makeup and a.
You might beat me to it, Joe.
I want there to be some sort of like embrace. Even if that embrace is just in the hand, like you're really grabbing on. Like I don't know. It's important to me. I do want to get through some of these questions real quick in this last 30 minutes. We can have Cody answer. Oh, real quick. Also, did anybody see the Bane suit look super dumb?
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Like
It's terrible
steampunk
from
Bane.
the guy. That's why I put it in there.
And it looks like Conan O'Brien is wearing a steampunk cosplay costume.
Nice.
It's fucking ridiculous.
Gotham show.
Oh,
It's
I
terrible.
did try to watch that show. I watched the last episode of the last season.
Oh, really?
It is so jump the shark.
Oh, really?
Like it's you almost need to watch it. I couldn't even
I'll get
explain
there
it.
eventually,
I couldn't
but-
explain it to you, and you wouldn't believe me. You'd be like, "You're making that up. That can't be
Season
on."
1, I was on the fence about. Season 2 was much better.
I agree because they kept it in a realistic thing. Now it's in this like Butch, Butch the one. He's Solomon Grundy.
What?
Yeah, and they brought him back to life to
Born
kill
on
him
a
again.
And they had the opportunity to do
the Riddler and Dr. Thompson.
Yeah.
Like they're dead, but they're going to be brought back by Hugo Strange.
Oh, fuck
Hugo
that,
Strange.
dude.
There's like a clone of Bruce Wayne at one point.
Enigma and Freeze and Hugo were the 3 best
So
characters in there.
everybody's already there. Like there's already a Mr. Freeze. There's always there's already a Riddler. There's always the Penguin. There's already Solomon Grundy. There's already the
always
Joker.
Catwoman.
Ra's al Ghul's already dead. Ra's al Ghul died in young Bruce's hands.
Yeah, but they can always bring him back with the Lazarus Pit.
No,
I mean, they could.
no,
They could write
he
it in.
he got snapped. They literally turned to dust.
Wow.
Like Thanos got him.
Wow.
Snap was so strong went to the DC universe.
Well, they've already stated this is not supposed to mimic the comics at all.
Oh yeah.
Obviously. Obviously, when Harvey Dent is already an adult.
Yeah, it was
In
bad.
the first
Yeah,
season, that was
yeah.
the Cardinal.
But see, I liked it. I didn't mind that either.
Oh, I thought that was terrible.
I didn't mind it
the
'cause
reason
he
Dent
could
works
be-
as a character is because they're the same age.
Why? Why
the
can't they be
comics.
10 years difference?
Because that's part of their friendship.
Is it?
Yeah, that's the way it's been portrayed over and over again over the years.
I got friends who are 10 years older than me.
No, I understand
All right.
that, but
How old are you, Phil?
I'm your age.
All right. Well, okay, I guess we can be friends. Cody, how old are you?
26.
I can't be your friend anymore. Sorry.
He's 10 years younger than us.
I've got friends that are 10 years older than me.
Yeah,
it's allowed in DC
You're 4 of them here.
So I want to get some of these questions out that like I've been fucking up on. Look, the best way to get questions to Nerd Rage is by emailing
Cinnamon
us.
Joe.
Yeah.
That's true, Cinnamon Joe.
So
I compile them.
yeah, or just send them in a PM to Joe. That'll work. If it's not too late for NRR this week, this is like 2 weeks ago. What part of the emotional spectrum would you be on, and why, when choosing your power ring?
Oh, for the lantern rings?
Anger.
I would definitely be red.
You think you'd be red, Phil? Yeah. You're in the anger. You're an angry guy. You don't come across as an angry guy.
No, I keep it under control a lot, but I cut loose when I'm.
Bobby, you don't read people very well. You don't read me very
That's
well.
not true at all. I read you better than you read yourself.
That's what you think. That's why I think you're wrong. You think I'll be blue? I'll be all but hope.
No, I don't think you'd be hope. I don't think that that's accurate either. I'd have to think about you, Joe. I'd have to think. I don't know. What are the different ones? So there's rage is red, avarice is orange, and
Hope is blue.
Hope is blue.
Yellow is fear.
Yellow is fear.
Green
is
purple.
Purple
is love.
Is love.
Black is death.
Black is death.
White is life.
Green is will. Green is will.
That's it, right?
Yeah.
No, I think that was it.
I think that's
Isn't there indigo?
Yeah, there's indigo.
Oh wait, is indigo the same as?
That might be the purple. That might be the purple.
No. Indigo is like isn't like the empathy or something like that.
Okay, because there was a new one recently that was Jon Stewart. He got it exclusively, I think, in the new issues, and I can't remember what it is now.
So you both think that you'd be red. Yep. What about you, Cody?
I don't actually know what this is.
Green Lantern Power Rings.
The Green Lantern Power Rings.
DC Comics?
I don't know nothing about them because I haven't watched it or anything. But
oh, you don't know the comics? Okay.
What about you, Adam?
What are the blue colors again?
It's hope.
Hope.
There's another one though, isn't there? Indigo.
I'm trying to bring it up now.
I think that's the love one. It's either indigo is purple or
Star Sapphire.
I thought there was one that was like empathy.
I thought that was kind of rolled into love. I don't know. I could be wrong about that.
Maybe.
I can't remember from the storyline.
White is life. Red is rage. Orange is avarice. Yellow is fear. Green is will. Blue is hope. Indigo is compassion.
That's it.
Violet is love.
Oh, violet. Okay.
Black is death.
I'd probably be compassion.
Are you though?
Yeah, I'm very.
I disagree.
I very much disagree. I very much disagree.
But I would put you as will. I would put you in green.
I can see Adam as being.
You think I say some fucked up shit when we're talking about the macro, but with the micro, like when I'm talking to the person,
we're all the same way. Like I don't care if you tell me a whole country is starving, but you show me one kid that's starving, I would help. That's a sociological or psychological thing. You get when a concept gets too big, you just don't give a fuck the same way.
I'm pretty.
Your mind tunes out of it.
All right, whatever, Joe. You're right.
No, I'm just.
Yeah, I think you do have a lot of willpower. Like, I think for even like your dietary choices with the things that you do love, like you love a cookie. You know what I mean? Like you do.
Say
like,
it again.
You cookie. You love it. I put a little sauce on it on purpose. But you know, like you love.
I will eat a plate of chocolate cookies.
You love a sandwich. You love a sandwich. You love pancakes. Like you know, I know. But like you can once you've made your mind up that you're not going to do it anymore, you do it with no problem. Like you gave up smoking pretty much with no problem. You stepped down a little bit and then stepped away, but for the most part with no problem. When you say you're going to like not drink, you usually do pretty well with that for like your sober months or whatever Joe Rogan's doing at the time. And, you know, but like I do think
I started for Joe Rogan.
Right. But I do think that you have like
October, though.
when you set your
sober January.
When you set your mind to something, you pretty much do it. Like I give you credit for that, honestly.
Like your work schedule, it's crazy.
Yeah, but like the reason I say that, sometimes I feel like I'm empathetic to a fault with shit. Like I will rationalize and try to be like, all right, listen, why is this person acting this way? Like, you'll act like a dickhead, and I will empathetically try to figure out why to justify your behavior so you're not like a bad person.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. This on an individual basis.
I mean, in general too. I mean, I really believe, man. There's very few, unless you're a sociopath. There's very few bad people. Like there's just people that are in they're traumatized, they're in turmoil, they're in some kind of survival mode, or they've been fucking scarred, and that's the reason why. Unless you're a sociopath. So
now, after reading the different ones, which one do you most identify with, Cody?
What do you think I would be?
You can
read me.
Yeah, I'd have to. I don't know.
The duck is definitely red.
The duck is full of rage.
Swans
I would classify myself as fear. So it's funny you say that.
fear attracts the fearful.
So I think that people would view me that way, but I view myself more in the love.
Like, yeah, I can see that.
I got a lot of love to give. Like I got a lot of love on tap, but a lot of people from the outside, I think, after people get to talking to me, I hear more often is, I didn't think you were going to be so friendly. I was afraid to talk to, like I thought you were going to be this way. I remember having the little sit down with the little reviewers panel thing at TFCon Chicago the last time I was there, and the one dude came up to me afterwards like, "Man, I thought you were going to be so aggressive and because and I was like, I'm not."
You have a skull face.
Maybe, but it's a happy one.
Smiling.
It's a smiling one.
Keep on saying that.
But it is. It's not like that one. That one that's over there, like the scary monster.
You should wear that one for a week. See what
Halloween thing.
Yeah. But yeah, I don't know what I'd put you down for, Cody.
He's smiling. They're all smiling.
No. But no, because there's like some like that are like angry skulls. Like they like the Punisher skull like has more of like a cut. Yeah, like
the 40K skulls are angry.
Yeah, but they're also missing their bottom jaw though, so that they can't. Every one of them's gotten a fist fight and lost. All right, so let's see. Next question would be another one that I meant to add on. As we close in on Halloween, I was wondering what bizarre or silly things terrified you as kids. For me, it was the weird PSA made by Colgate toothpaste called the Haunted Mouth.
Cavity creeps?
It was more or less a disembodied voice by the name of B. Plaque who would taunt you about your teeth would fall out because he knew you wouldn't brush them as he rocked in a chair to the sound of 70s haunted house noises. Unfortunately, it was on my favorite VHS between Flight of Dragons and a show called Time Fighters. I would always be afraid to fast forward through it because I thought B. Plaque would know. This would lead to nightmares of my teeth falling out and the sound of his laughter. Yes, I was a weird child. Anyways, thanks for all the content between Patreon and listening to the show for a couple years. I have listened to you guys talk for probably what amounts to days of my life. Appreciate every second of it.
God, I'm so sorry.
Thank you, man.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I had this dream as a kid. Well, for one, the Ewok monster terrified me as a child.
Oh, yeah, that fucking trash thing.
That fucking trash thing. But it did scare me. And the Wicked Witch used to scare me from Snow White also.
Okay.
But
I feel like we've had this conversation before.
It was troubling to me because I was a big fan of the flying monkeys. That was my favorite part of Wizard of Oz.
Wow, I started young.
As soon as they saw her come, she knew she was around the corner. I used to have this dream that I was terrified of, and I'll try to be brief with it, but it was two locomotives. Back to my scary dreams, right? Or my weird dreams. It was two. Oh my god! It was two.
I gotta go.
It was. It was two locomotives that were linked together, and
the conductors were sucking two dicks at the same time. And then I just joined in and was like, "What the fuck are we doing?"
They were linked together and they were facing opposite directions, right? And one was a black train and one was a white train, and like a chessboard, black and white. And the black train sat on a green pasture with full trees and flowers.
I remember you telling me this dream.
Fluffy clouds, etc. And the white train was parked on this like post-apocalyptic, like the world as I saw it was split right down the center, and the one side was like post-apocalyptic. There was lava cracks and shit, and like trees with no leaves and gray skies, and on the other side fluffy clouds. But the white train was on the scary side, and the black train was on the happy side. And when you talk to the black train, like it looked scary as fuck, But I'd go up to it because it was a nicer place to be, and I'd be like, "Hello," but the black train had a face like Thomas the Tank Engine, and
that's terrifying.
Yeah.
But it was super kind. Super kind. Like, thanks for coming up. Like, I hope all is well. I'm stuck here because I'm tied to this other train and we can't move. And, because they're both kind of pulling. And then when I go up to the white train, it was a fucking monster. But it looked nice. It had a nice face. Nice Thomas the Tank Engine face. but it was a fucking monster. And I've thought about the dream. I used to have it as a reoccurring dream. I used to have it all the time, but I think it was my mom and dad.
Wow, okay.
Like my dad looked scary, and but it was a nice place to be, and he was kind to me, and my mom looked nice, but it was a scary place to be, and she was a bitch to me, you know.
This is so fucked up in your head.
Yeah.
Stop being a victim. Let's go.
You should hear about the stuff. You should hear the stuff I don't say.
Or just the two of us have heard.
And the stuff I don't say.
I want to know this dream you always talk about.
No, you don't.
Go ahead, Cody.
Hey. No, he doesn't.
Was it just stupid things that scared you as a kid?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tea. Crumpets.
Food.
Americans.
No, my dad's friend bought me it's like a skeleton figure, and he used to scare the shit out of me for, I don't know why. It was
How
a
big was
skeleton, 6-inch scale figure. It was just like, I've seen one since, and it doesn't, like, it's fine. But it's got like these fluffy little like pants. I don't know what it was meant to be. it was at least like, look, it was meant to be a scary toy. Like, I don't know what film it was from. You know, like the NECA figures for like every film. It was like one of them, and he bought it to scare me, and it scared me. And I'd never look at it. He used to get it out of the time. I'd never look at
So
it.
skeleton, did it have a hat?
I can't remember.
No.
I just remember it being some sort of skeleton.
You're going to find it.
I'm thinking of the Puppet Master one. With the hat.
I would have been about
And so
5,
face.
so about 20 odd years ago. I don't know. But that used to scare me. And I used to always have dreams about velociraptors chasing me, and I couldn't get away.
Oh, I like those dreams. I used to have those too.
Yeah, and zombie. I had loads of zombie dreams. As a kid.
Zombie dream fucked me up.
But that's not really weird. I mean,
I don't have them once in a
Zombie
while.
dreams are pretty common.
What is
Yeah,
it with you
zombies.
having zombie dreams?
I've never had one. I have had the teeth falling out of my mouth dream. Like
Yes.
you were talking, but that's
Something about money.
guilt.
That's weird.
It's guilt?
Really?
It was money.
It's
I'm
about guilt.
guilty about-
I've looked into it a fair amount. But like I start brushing my teeth and one starts wiggling.
Yes.
Like I'm like, what the fuck? And then they just like, ba-ding, ba-ding,
I would just think of Tommy knockers.
Was you English in that dream?
They have bad teeth.
I know.
He didn't know that was.
Swear to
He didn't know that was a stereotype.
Yeah, we just talked about it today.
I mean, you recognize it, though, right?
I feel like
Yeah,
he's a
what's
little
it, awful
self-conscious about.
Not you.
He's a little self-conscious about using.
If you turn a news show on, right?
Yeah.
And you mute it, and you know what? You can't see the board or anything. I can tell if it's a British broadcaster or American broadcaster by their teeth every time. Every time.
That's cool. That's a good skill to have.
Dude, he said something funny. I know. He said something funny shit the other night. We had like dinner, and Jana was like, the other day it was about 3:27 p.m. and he was like, roughly.
The dreams that used to scare me most, if we're talking about dreams, was ones where you couldn't run away. You know, you're trying to get away and you can't. They're fucking horrible. I remember there was one I was late for work. Nothing scary, but I just couldn't move.
Just like today, man, trying to get to America and you can't.
Yeah, just can't get away. Can fly here easy, they just won't let me in.
He said that too. He's like, it's a bit weird, isn't it? We're partners in war. You'd think we'd be able to come and go as we please.
You're happy.
What about you, Adam?
I don't know, man. I used to have this reoccurring dream. Like, you know, like there's like a wood panel that covers up the like power switch or whatever. Like power
Breaker box?
breaker box, Jesus Christ, in my grandmother's basement. And there was like a gap there, a space, and like there was like some shit stuffed in there. Like there's like an old bow and arrow stuffed in there. I thought it was pretty cool, but like little odds and ends, like some wrapping paper that they'd use in the storage area. So I used to always have this recurring dream that I could fit in between that space and like go down this ladder, and there's kind of like this like mechanical like labyrinth type of thing. And in the dream, like I found a little sanctuary in it, like, and I would collect things. And as I would have the dream more often, like I would keep on collecting things. I would forget about the stuff that I have, but then I'd be there like, oh yeah, here's this one thing that I have, like some like old toys and shit that I would find.
You mean the knowledge would transfer from dream to dream? Wow.
And I had it probably in the last, I would say in the last 5 years I had it, and like it's the first time I've had it in a while. It was pretty wild. But this is my mom's mother's house, but I would go to my dad's mother's house. They live relatively close. Like there's a way like tunnels and shit. But whenever I would go to my other grandmother's house, I come up. Remember actually that like the long driveway to the backyard and like the houses, like we would go into the rear of the house. Anyway, And I would look up, it was like a white brick house, and Satan would be sitting on top of her.
Satan.
He was sitting on top of her, like the roof. Like he's big as fuck. Like sitting like he's sitting on the house, like legs are like hanging off the roof, like just like swinging his legs like a chair. And he's looking around, and everybody's like, "Oh shit, it's Satan." He's not looking at us. And he's like, and the sky is red, like it's like bright day, but it's red, and we're all outside the house, and the house is starting to look red because he's sitting on it, and then like he's not seeing us, and all of a sudden he turns and looks at me, and then I wake up.
Whoa.
Yeah, some spooky shit.
Does Satan always look the same, or has he changed?
Always looks the same. He's like it's like the classic red devil, like he's kind of like beefcaked out, but he doesn't have hooves or anything. It's like
Look at my hooves.
It's like Skeletor feet. You know what I'm saying? Like that, almost like web claw feet.
Yeah.
Like he almost looked like a red Skeletor. But it's funny, man. My brother had this dream. I think I've talked about this before. And there's some similarities, even though this is years apart. Like he was on we had a bunk bed, and he was on the top bunk. But like you know how like sometimes you can squeeze between the wall and the bed. Mm-hmm. So he said he woke up one day and he looks near the door, and there's like a chair by the door, and he says Satan is sitting in there in that chair looking at him. And said he was blue. Which is crazy, because that's the original concept, like color of Satan, like in like the literature. Like he didn't become red until recently, because everybody always thought that hell would be a cold place, because it's furthest away from God, right?
It was Dante's Inferno, wasn't it?
Yeah. So he came down there, and he tried to wake me up, and I remember him waking me up, and I remember seeing something there too. Oh, it's the same man. Go to sleep. Because he was telling me this like years later. He said, like yes, somebody was sitting there, like something blue. Was like, yes, it was Satan. He was blue.
You're dreaming about him so much. He's like, Adam, and you're like, Satan, shut your dumb ass up.
Sure, it wasn't a Smurf.
Maybe scary ass Smurf.
Saint whistling that song that would fuck me up.
Yeah. Oh. I got to roll though, guys. All right. Great tits.
It's too dumb, real dumb. So
he got stuck in that little window by his grandfather's bed, trying to get to the bathroom. Wasn't your grandfather was your uncle? Was it your uncle or your grandfather?
That had the
little bed, yeah.
Oh, uncle.
Yeah, your uncle's window to the hallway, trying to get to the bathroom. You got stuck in there, right?
And now I'm trying to put him in my little room.
I'm used to it.
Crawl space.
You can see.
Let me stop.
Save it.
All right, Joe.
So in apartments we lived in, you can there's
in Hong Kong.
There's a gate and a door. So you would close the door at night sometimes. Usually you just leave the gate closed so you can see across the hall into the other people's apartments. And everyone's friendly, so it's fine. But they used to have, once in a while, they would buy coconuts, and they would in a sack, and they would hang it up, and I can see it. You know the coconuts with the hairy coconuts with the 3 dots. Are you laughing?
Yeah.
Sounds like
Here's what you say is funny for me. I don't know why. Coconuts.
But that used to scare the shit out because it looks like a face. I'm like, the coconut man's gonna get me, and I refuse to like go like towards the door unless they close their door. That was one. That was fucking dumb as shit. Coconut, and I love coconut.
Have you ever heard of a British show called The Mighty Boosh?
That sounds familiar.
Yeah, I have.
Do you know who Noel Fielding is? Have you heard of him?
Yeah.
Right, it's his show, and there's a thing in it. I think it's called like Coconut Joe or Milky Joe in it. And he's like he makes him out of coconut head, and he's like a little body, and he thinks he's real. Oh, it's not scary, but it's hilarious. That's all I could think when you said.
Have you seen the American show Buddy Booth?
Hey,
I'll show you.
I tried to make lyrics for that.
You did.
And on the way to the communal bathroom, on one of the walls, there's a stain that looks like a ghost lady. And I wouldn't, until I got much older, I would refuse to go to the bathroom by myself. Someone had to walk me because I feel like the ghost lady is going to come out of the wall and get me.
That's legit.
But it's fucking dumb. And as an adult, I went back, like when in my early 20s, I went back to Hong Kong to visit, and I'm like, that stain's dumb as fuck.
What about you, Cody? Oh, you did yours. What about yours, Phil?
So, mine's probably mostly creature based, which is why I love creature effects now. The little tiny goblin things in Labyrinth used to freak me out.
Yeah, they are freaky.
And then,
they were cute.
Yeah, now I love that. But back when I was a kid and when I first saw that movie, it was like too much. And then the alien thing used to freak me out because I randomly saw Alien when it first bursts out of the guy's chest, and that freaked me the fuck out.
pretty
Now I love that stuff.
Yeah.
Just stuff like that.
Yeah, I'm trying to think if there's anything else that really terrified me as a kid. Like,
I mean, I think what it is you had too much real life horror that you didn't have, or like fake shit to worry about.
Yeah,
like I mean honestly, not
I think my mom scared me in real life. Let's see if there's any other of these questions that we want to get into.
I wish Dante would have had more time. Well, it came earlier because I had a lot I want to talk to him about with the horror stuff.
Oh, you guys didn't get very far.
No, we talked about like 8 minutes, and then everyone got here. But like I watched like 10 fucking horror movies in this last couple of weeks, and I want to run through by him.
Did you run through them all already?
No, not at all.
Okay,
I didn't even do it at Nerd Week.
Okay,
yeah.
You didn't do your Nerd Week? Oh, go ahead.
No, it's fine.
I saw Halloween.
I mean, I want to talk to Dante about it, but
you should see if you like the Halloween movies. You should see the new one, Joe.
I haven't. That's one series I haven't. Oh my god!
Yeah.
That is.
Is that what scared you?
Just the head part. No, that's one franchise I haven't run through with Crystal yet. But talking about horror though. 1 second.
Yeah.
This past week I saw 100-year-old tit.
What?
That shit was wild, and I never need to see that shit again.
What movie was that in?
No, in real life.
Oh, in real life. Oh,
dude, I was giving immunization to this 100-year-old lady.
Wow.
And she couldn't get her sleeve up.
Yeah.
So she had to take her.
Okay.
And she was hunched over and stuff, and her one tit came out, and she wasn't wearing a bra for some reason. I guess when you're old, you don't care.
Yeah,
and it was just laying on her thigh, man.
Oh man.
And it was.
That reminds me of like
The
Shining. That used to freak me out too when I was younger. The Shining movie with that old lady in the bathtub.
I didn't see that till I was younger. I mean, till I was older. But that was the scary.
I saw that one time when I was a kid, and it freaked me out.
Let's try to. I don't know.
That's a few Halloween ones.
Yeah, I'm not sure if we'll make it before Halloween. That's
people not care.
Yeah.
What's next week?
Next week is the 31st.
Yeah.
I don't know when.
Tuesday would probably be two. But Adam can't do Tuesday.
I can never do
Tuesday. Neither
Tuesday.
can you.
Yeah.
Wednesday is no good, so we'd have to do Thursday.
Yep. Which is, I don't think people care if it's a.
Yeah, that's fine.
A day after Halloween for
let's do this one. We'll just do the first half. With Halloween coming up, I was wondering, what is your number one favorite horror movie? And then what type of subgenre?
Mine is Grave Encounters. It's a relatively recent movie that I've watched, but it was on Netflix.
Is it with like people rising from the dead? Grave Encounters?
No, it's a play on the Grave Encounters. Is Ghost Hunters, right? The stupid shows. So the premise of this movie was this ghost hunters. They have a TV show called Grave Encounters, and they're supposed to go and make haunted videos, fake it, but then they end up getting really haunted, and it's like a found footage thing.
Okay,
but it ends up being pretty creepy.
This is from Michael Tranquillo, by the way. Go ahead.
I think for me, I love creature effects, so usually mine tends to be more sci-fi horror than anything else. So like Alien, Predator, but I also love a lot of other stuff.
Is Predator a horror movie?
No, I don't think it is.
The first one, maybe?
Yeah, the first one is... I
don't know.
Action horror?
Yeah.
Maybe just... I don't know. I can see it being a monster movie.
Yeah.
An action.
Monster?
I don't think a monster movie has to be a horror movie.
Yeah, not necessarily. I would say the original Alien is probably considered a horror.
I would say the original Alien.
But by the time you get
only,
past that, it's like horror monster. It's like
I would say
sci-fi.
It's just sci-fi.
Movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite is the possession movies.
Yeah, okay.
Possession / haunted.
I like the psychological ones too.
It's funny because I'm not like a I'm not like a science is everything and I don't believe in anything that we like. I'm not that guy, but I'm not like a zealot by any means of any religious text or organization. But that devil shit does fuck with me, and I'm guessing it's because I grew up Catholic. But like I don't even. I don't think the devil makes any sense, right? Like as a realistic conception.
Yeah.
But I think I believe in him.
He believes in you.
I was gonna say there's a great story that one time I was at Baltimore Comic Con and I was with my buddy JR, who can never come out anymore, but he's like one of my closest friends. And there's somebody cosplaying as Jesus, and my buddy was like, "Jesus, I'm a big fan of yours." And Jesus walked over and put his hand on his shoulder and said, "No, I'm a big fan of yours.
That's good, dude. That's good.
But yeah, like I know it doesn't make any sense, but like I fucking believe in evil shit, man. Like
I mean, there's evil shit out there.
Yeah, and I don't know how to like evil supernatural shit. Like I don't know how to describe it. You know,
the possession movies don't always have to be the devil. Also, it can be ghost or whatever spirit.
To me, it has to be a demon or a devil. It can't just be like, you know, the carpenter that died and like now it's popping us and the Jesus thing probably playing back to me. But yeah, that shit is that and ghost shit is the shit that fucks with me the most. And like, The Exorcist is one of my favorites. The Others is one of my favorites.
Yeah, Others is fucking great,
dude. That shit. Like that twist.
What a twist!
That shit fucks with me.
Back when there were good twists.
Yeah.
Because it's, you know what it is? I'm getting chills thinking about it. It's the desperation to be noticed.
Yeah.
Like,
it's a good movie.
Like that, when that old lady starts, you know, leave this place and never come back.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, whoa. And like, all they want is to be recognized, and like that fucks with me. That fucks with me. And I remember, like, sometimes I don't trust movies. Like I didn't trust Batman Begins. Like when Bruce Wayne was walking towards the homie that killed his parents and had the gun. And I was like, no. And then they didn't do it. And I was like, phew. But I didn't trust it, you know? And it was the same thing when Gordon died in Dark Knight. And I was like, God damn, fuck this movie, man. Fuck this movie. And then I didn't trust it. And I'm that way too, like when I'm watching the horror, the Others, and the father comes back. But it's all weird, and like you're like, is this PTSD from being in war? And then he like walks away, and I'm like, this fucking dumb. Like it doesn't make any sense. You would stop this person. You would call authorities. I start thinking that way because it takes me out of the suspension of disbelief. But then when it all played out, I was like, I should have trusted it. You know, like it's so
trust the director.
Well executed, and like the parts that when you find out at the end aren't as scary as you thought they were are scary to me, because like ghosts and shit like that just scares me. Slashers, I don't care if I never see another slasher movie ever again in my life.
I like those for the fun.
I'm not about gore movies or not.
It has to be a character that grabs me, like Freddy. Like, you know, like I'm a Freddy over Jason. I'm a Freddy over Mike.
I'm a personality there.
I'm a Pinhead.
Pinhead is awesome.
Pinhead would be my second choice, because once again it's about presence and about like, and it's not to say that Mike Myers and Jason Voorhees don't have a presence, but there's not as much characterization there. They're just these walking forces of nature.
They don't really speak.
Yeah. But like Freddy is like,
Freddy definitely has characterization and personality.
Like, give this dude a TV show.
Hellraiser,
you know, like,
definitely has that.
Like let him host America's Got Talent. you know what I mean?
Did you see the note I threw in there? He's trying to come back.
Yeah.
England, one more movie.
Yeah. That type of shit, like, you know, like people are in an interview somewhere and they're like, you know, would you like to play? Like, I'd love to play Han Solo, or I'd love to. They're like, so and so wants to play Han Solo.
I've learned to skip over a lot of those.
A lot of that Scream Rant shit.
Yeah,
you know. But like, there's another movie called In Dreams. I'm not sure if you've ever seen it.
I have, yeah. Okay. I saw it a long time ago.
Robert Downey Jr.
Yeah.
But like, that's a movie where I'm watching it and I'm uncomfortable. Like it's fucking with my mind. Yeah. That's the type of like, and I'm not sure if that's even a horror movie as much as
that's more like a psychological suspense.
Like, but like when I am, it's being scared on a different level. Yeah. Like I'm not scared because there's ghosts. I'm not scared because, you know, I'm scared because I'm just like, this is the motherfucker in the real world that I'm terrified of. You know, somebody that's so disconnected because of their life that they have absolute no value for it.
Yeah.
You know,
so they'll do whatever.
That shit fucks with me. Yeah,
and that's real too. And there's people like that for sure out there.
Yeah. And I think that's what it is. That's why I don't take to the slasher movies, because I generally don't find them to be realistic. But like at the same time, like gore movies, like I fuck with Saw all day long. Yeah. Like the first 4 or whatever it is.
Yeah, I stand behind the first 4, but the rest of them kind of fall off.
Yeah, and it's the first 4 that are all tied together.
Yeah, the first 4 are all tied together in one story, and then after that, it was like doing its own thing.
It's just torture porn, though. I don't know.
It's not, though.
The first
It's
2 was
not.
good. I watched the first 2.
The reason I like those is because of the story, not necessarily because of the gags. The gags are interesting.
Exactly.
But the reason I love those is because the story that ties them together.
100%.
And once they did the second one and I saw that they were tying it to the original story, I was like, holy shit, that's cool.
That's the beauty of it, is that, like, because if it was just, gore porn or whatever you just called it, I would be out 100%.
It's like Hostel, shit like that.
Hostel was 100% gore porn.
Yeah.
And I have no interest.
Exactly.
But
Hostel, I was interested in the first one.
I did like Saw. I saw the first 2 and I thought, okay, this was good and I had enough. But I guess there was more story to it.
Yeah.
I can't watch gore films like Hostel and that. It makes me pass out.
Honestly,
really?
Honestly,
I don't know what. I don't know. I don't know what it is.
You do tattoos and stuff, but you can't.
Go on. What are you gonna say?
You think it's because you're soft, like a soft guy?
Yeah. No, I don't know what it is. My mum used to watch all like casualty programs, and when I was a kid, and I watched one, and it made me feel weird. And then my friend in school cut his leg open bad, and I almost passed out.
Oh wow!
And then like everything, I can't like I can.
So
watch,
you can't stand the sight of a lot of blood.
It's not blood because I think it's like snap. It's anything snapped limbs. Like I watched the Saws, and it's fine. Like most of it's fine, but like the one where he's like arms and it gets twisted back and it pops.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that shit. I'm like, nope. See you later.
We're kind of very American just now.
Yeah, that fucks me up.
I fuck with those Saw movies. And I like the Insidious ones. Like
the first 2 I've seen, and that was I love because that was a good story too.
Yeah.
Dude, whoever commented the fucking monster from Insidious behind the Men in Black.
That was Ace.
And I was like, that's exactly how it was in the movie. Just in the background.
That was Ace.
Insidious was a good story.
Yeah, for sure.
I need to watch more of that. There's a whole bunch of movies in that world.
There's like
Annabelle and all that shit is in there.
All that shit is good.
Well, Annabelle is in the Conjuring universe. It's not. It's not the same.
It's not the same universe.
That's what my favorite.
Insidious is like 4 films.
I watched
because I didn't grow up watching many.
I heard the third one wasn't quite as good, so I never saw any of the others.
Which one?
I'd say my favorite. I didn't really grow up really watching much horror because I just. I don't know. I think because of that shit like I said earlier. I was
scared of it.
Yeah, pretty much. I just didn't. And my mum and that wouldn't let me watch it. But then the first one I remember watching was 13 Ghosts.
Oh, that's trash.
Yeah, but I that one stuck with me just because it was the first horror film I think I ever watched, and I don't know if that's really horror. Have you seen it?
It's supposed to be horror.
Yeah, it's supposed to be, but
it's like some dude. It's like there's some dude with like a cage.
With a cage on his head. Yeah, I think it was one naked girl, and it's like, oh man, I wonder what she looks like actually naked.
I saw the 13th Floor. That was trash.
Yeah,
I remember that.
But yeah, the Conjuring films I think are my favourite to what I watch now.
They're really good.
I didn't really like the new one. Have you seen the latest one?
I don't think so.
The Nun or whatever.
That just came out, right?
Yeah, I didn't really like it.
No.
Hereditary was really good. I've
heard that as well.
I haven't seen it.
It was different. It was cool.
I want to see that. Like I think there's a lot to do with horror movies. I just think that it's easy to take the easy way out with horror movies and have them like jump scares and slasher and
that's why I don't know. I never got into the Nun and the Conjuring. It looked too much.
Dude, the Conjuring is unnerving.
Yeah, I like the aspect, the atmosphere where it's just fucking tense, where you're just like on edge the whole time.
The worst thing
the Conjuring is unnerving.
The worst thing with the Nun, at least, I think, is when they start showing what you're meant to be scared of too much.
Because
you just don't become scared.
Now I heard the Nun has a lot of jump scares.
Yeah.
I've heard.
I heard that too.
I'm not opposed to jump scares, but I want a whole movie just full of jump scares.
Exactly. You can sprinkle me.
Yeah, that's why I liked Insidious, because it wasn't all about that. It was more about the story and the characters.
Yeah.
Once you see the monster or what the bad guy too much, it's like, oh, it's a dude in fucking makeup, you know?
Yeah.
I like when it's in the dark or you just see a glimpse of something juicy or just
something right.
Yeah.
You know, like just a little taste of something not being right is enough, because you know that feeling when you're in an environment and something's not right.
Yeah.
That's why I always say like a lot of horror movies take place in the bathroom, because as an adult, the bathroom is the scariest place in the world, because that's when you realize that something ain't right.
All the bad stuff.
Like you notice blood in your piss, blood in your shit. Like you notice
it's where you're the most vulnerable.
Some bump that you never noticed before. Like it's a fucking terrifying place.
And you're most exposed if someone comes in.
Naked.
So you're the most vulnerable in the bathroom because you're doing your business.
Be well embarrassed.
Was Sinister the film where
I like Sinister?
Yeah, until it looked like the Slipknot guy at the end.
Slipknot guy, yes.
Looked like just a dude with a Slipknot mask in every photo, just like.
Sinister was good though.
I didn't watch the second one. I heard it was bad.
No.
I didn't watch the
first one was where Yeah, the first one was Ethan Hawke, where all the kids were.
Yeah, the kids at the
okay.
end. Yeah, that was cool. That was good.
really good.
But
I
I'll
like
say
that
the
one.
scary dude didn't scare me. I was like, it's just Slipknot. It's like,
I don't know enough about the Slipknot shit. I know
They
they
wear
all wear.
masks.
Yeah, no, I know that. I know the lead singer is like smart guy. I know that.
Corey Taylor.
Yeah.
Good band.
All right.
Good band.
He's an expert.
I've seen him live.
No,
Yeah, I
it's-
can't. I've listened to it. I tried because
I like his other band better, but
it's a little too on. It's like not to say it's this bad, but are you familiar with the band Lord?
yeah.
Like the demons.
Yeah, yeah. It's kinda like War.
It's too much. It's too much. It's like I'm laughing at you now.
Yeah.
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 It's comical.
I don't like that. That'll do it, I think. Come by TFCon, say hello, and bring your pocketbook.
Bring your ducats.
Yeah.
Those blankets are super nice, for real.
Huh?
Not even just plugging. The blankets.
Dude, the Sherpa one, the new
Yeah,
one.
I've been
the super
sleeping in
was
one
super
of
nice.
Dude, those are nice. I had one made of the Rocket Group one.
Oh yeah, okay.
And we planned on keeping it for ourselves, but JD and Chan wanted it, and so Laura sold it to him.
Oh.
And which is fine. I hope
Yeah.
they enjoy it. I love those guys. But I was like, even when they said they bought it, I was like, which one did you get? I saw it in the bag, and I was like, oh, because that's the one I wanted for myself. But yeah, come by, say hello. Hope they don't stick me in some private room or underneath the fucking. You got to go downstairs to go to my janitor's closet.
Be sure to watch the
have enough people to
QVC
make it a party
Skullface
then.
ad on Friday when it drops.
Yeah, that's pretty
It'll
fun.
tell you what all is going to be there.
Just get everybody to come party at your place. And
Yeah.
draw the crowd in.
Yeah, that's what usually happens anyway. The people next to me at Baltimore this year were like, "Why are there so many people? Like, why is
Just have a couch.
Just
sitting
make a
down, right?
lounge or something." Yeah. Shout out to the rest of the Nerd Rage team, Raul on Instagram, and Dante, of course, who was here. Black Phillip, who looked like a homeless Riddler at the Halloween party.
Where's costume?
People were like, because I got fucked up that night because people were saying shit that I was saying that I have no recollection of.
Sounds like about right.
But they were saying that I was saying to Philip, I was like, so like people would vote for Philip for like a costume, and I'd be like, no, Philip, you don't get credit for that. I just ball it up and throw it at him.
I think he pulled a joke of putting his name in a couple of the buckets. I don't know how many.
If him
Just as a
doing
gag,
it,
yeah.
The scary one was me.
yeah. And I was like,
I had a couple votes.
and shout out to Manny, of course. Did I miss anybody?
Nope, that's it.
All right.
And Dante, you need to make more time. We need to chat more, man.
Yeah, dude. Come on through. And then to the Cool Table Network, Shattercast Uncut, End of the Realm, Stacy Slog, Plastic Fanatics, Beer and Bolters 40K, Toy Detox, Breaking the Mold, Building Up to It, and Fresh Communications. And I'm sure we'll be adding some more by the end of the year. I'm not shouting that shit out.
Maybe adding some more next week.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. We got something brewing. We got something brewing.
Yeah. It's been
That's
on the
pretty
back
good.
burner.
That's something good. And we have like a few episodes in the can.
Yep.
And I hear they're nice, but I haven't checked them out. I should have emailed them to myself. I just emailed them.
Oh, okay. You want me to email them back to you?
Because like you need like permission because it's like in a drive. You need like permission to open.
I didn't.
It.
I just played it directly from email.
Yeah, but I gave you permission by sending it to you because I think I tried to send it back to me, and it was like you still need permission.
Locked yourself
This
out.
is the originating.
Yeah, God damn it. Yeah. Is there anything else I want to talk about while I have a moment? And I don't
This
feel like
nice quiet moment that you're not stressed out.
Yeah,
Everything's packed.
Alas,
You're gonna
bit of stress relief before TFCon.
Yeah, now I go upstairs. I gotta start cooking the kids dinner, and it all starts again. Yeah, I think that'll do it.
That's it.
Right.
With that, floppy labius.
Velvet vagina.
Swinging sax.
Tight dick player.
Been a fan of even the goofy one, H2O. I went
much?
back and I'm just looking. It's like in the first Halloween, there's a part where like the girl, she's standing next to the window, she turns, and as she walks away, you see Michael in the distance.
Right.
Then she walks by the window, and then she turns to the window, and he's gone. So and they were very subtle. In H2O, they were doing it and making it very obvious. Like it was super campy, and I don't think it was meant to be. Like Michael would be by the window. And then LL Cool J would turn around and he'd duck.
Oh.
And then when LL turns back around, he'll come back out. And it was like,
Oh, you actually see him jumping back and forth?
yeah, I was
Okay.
like, oh,
that's
get
too
the
much.
fuck out of here, man. Like in my head, I'm just thinking, I want to beat whoever fucking wrote this shit. Fucking cocksuckers. But the new one touched on a lot of elements from all the Halloween movies. And just really...
The new one that just came out in the theater, you already watched it?
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. I made it a point to go see it before we did this, just so I could kind of... I think there's some weed in it. No, my daughter made it. I was
don't think
hoping
you
there was
make...
weed in it.
Can you even make weed fucking Rice Krispies? There's no like oil in there. Yeah. We just start talking.
Yeah, we were talking like...
we can like put this splice it in later.
Yeah.
It's lactose.
Oh my stars! Is that it?
There you go. He's using a nice Wolverine 112 box as a
it's
spacer.
It's the Halloween one.
It's Mike Myers.
He's in there, isn't he?
Don't you think Mike Myers should have some fucking kind of superpowers? Or is he like Batman?
Well, he doesn't die, right?
Well,
like Jason.
He's kind of like Batman. Like officially doesn't have superpowers, but we all know he's got something super with him. You know what I mean?
In the 6th one, The Curse of Michael Myers, they do go over that one.
What'd they say?
Wait.
It was basically some shit to do with the Druids.
Druids.
Yeah, like
you said the Jews. What did you say?
I wish.
That's funny. She doesn't look Jewish.
Is Michael Myers just urban Jason? Jason stays in the rural area, and Michael has like
Michael's
the fucking
in the
urban
hood.
area.
just rolling around. Except for that time Jason went to Brooklyn.
Yes.
Like, oh my God,
That was my favorite, bro.
Dude, Jason went to space was my favorite.
He did the whole boop, knocked dude's head off.
But yeah, the dude's like, come on.
Jason went to space was good, though.
Jason X, when he fucking picked those like cheerleaders up in the fucking sleeping bag and just smashing them against the tree.
I think he did that in 4 as well.
That shit was hilarious.
He did that in Jason X, and he did it in number 6, I think.
Dude, Jason X just has the best design. He's fucking jacked in leather, and his mask is fucking awesome.
I didn't realize that I was watching a Friday the 13th movie.
When you watch Jason X?
I was just like, Jason X, what the fuck is this? I turned it on, and then things started to click. I was like, oh my God. What the fuck?
It's Jason in space.
So the only part about that movie that I don't like, I like being frozen, going to the future, hot, sexy robot chicks, fucking cybernetic nanites and everything.
Yep.
The worst part is when he's still frozen. That dude opens a door and the knife comes down and it chops his arm off.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
That's bullshit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Beginning. Yeah.
First off. That sword, the machete was so cold it probably would have shattered. You know what I mean? Being cryo frozen like that.
And this is like a
second off, there's no momentum there. You know what I mean? Dull ass machete. There's no strength right there. It's just dumb. It's dumb.
It's not like a
unless in the future people
katana.
made it out of paper. Yeah, or even a katana. There's not. You know,
no, you don't want a katana to fall on you. It will fucking cut you deep.
I mean, it might cut you. That's fine, but it still needs to add
softer. So in the future, they probably are fucking
like
soft as
like I've
shit.
dropped my katana just to let the weight fall. It cut a watermelon in half. Just the weight itself.
Yeah, but your bones are more denser than a watermelon, Joe.
If you're lifting like me, maybe.
And a katana and a machete are not the same thing.
Right. That's what I'm saying. And this is a special Jason machete.
Okay. Now you're just talking shit.
I don't. Hey, we don't know if you have superpowers or not,
dude. So if you dressed up as what's his face? Fuck, what is his name? The dude from Rogue One. Not Shiro. I want to say Shiro.
That's
it's from what's the Who you gonna dress up as?
Let me get here, Cody.
What?
Who you gonna dress up for Halloween?
Oh, for Halloween, Chirrut.
Chirrut. That's it. I was gonna dress up like him, but white face.
Oh yeah, let's go. Hold on. I gotta make room for the white guy.
No.
He's British. He's not. He's like really white. He's the real white guy.
Oh, I see. All the British people on one side of the table now, huh?
God damn it, Joe.
Wait, it started out with just me and Dante, and now we have 5 people in the room. Soon, maybe a 6th.
Oh well, maybe
Cody gets the hang on.
His
action mic.
Yeah, get the action mic.
So I think we just keep this going.
Yeah, sure.
Restart it.
Yeah. No. Restart it because I'll add this in at the end.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
All right.
Bye.
I can't hear anything.
Well, the rest of this conversation will be in the middle of the show because we start talking about horror stuff.
Yeah.
For all I know, I'll probably repeat again.
It's all good. Where's my phone with all my notes? There we go.